Greetings everyone, welcome to Sunrise Fitness with the WellFit Club. I'm Camila McDonald, your personal trainer and your lifestyle change coach, and today's workout is a lower body blast. We're going to be tackling our glutes, our hamstrings, our quads and our calves. All right, so you're going to need 2 pairs of dumbbells, you're going to need your skipping rope, you're going to need your mat and a whole lot of energy. So we're going to take a break. I want you to gather your equipment and get ready to sweat, and I'll see you soon.
On Royal Palm Estate.
I am going to get to the bottom of this case. I owe that to Julia Blackburn.
Right in the middle of all of that. Why not try find out who shoot Richard Blackburn there?
When is Pam Pam coming back?
I have some bad news about Pam Pam, miss.
Oh, what now, Joyce?
Well, she's making a baby.
You want to come practice feel up with me and then come say you never had sexual intercourse with me?
The Bible says we must not commit fornication. The Bible does not say that we must not caress.
If I have business to conduct, then I do come into Kingston.
Just like Ted.
Are you referring to my dear departed husband?
Oh yes, my dear departed baby father.
Well, you can't be a master for that.
Why you say that?
A master never knows how to do the damage.
Royal Palm Estate is on CVM every Tuesday and Sunday at 9 p.m.
Bollywood has never been this good. Catch Made for Each Other weekdays 1 p.m. on your drama station CVM. Brought to you by
Welcome back. We're gonna move right into our warm-up for our lower body blast. All right, so I want you to start just marching right here. We're gonna get that heart rate all the way up so we can tackle this lower body blast together. Let's just march right here. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale it out. Keep marching here. Nice. All right, we're gonna step back with our right and kick. So we're going step back, kick with the left, up, step down and up, step down and up. Let's go down and up and down and jog it out now right here. That's it. In 8, 7, 6. We're gonna take it on the left now. 3, 2, and left back. Let's go down, right up, down, right up. Let's go down, right up, down, right up. 3 more. 3, up, 2, last 1. Very good. All right, jog it out again. Get ready for all that's about to go down here. Give me a twist. That's it. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Step out to the side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Knees up. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me one more round of 8. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna raise up, touch the toes, up, toes. Let's go. A part of warming up is warming up the mind and getting ready. Woo. Nice. All right, we're gonna rotate the ankles now. We need our ankles to be nice and warm for all of this lower body blasting. Other direction. Woo. That's it. And other direction. Rotate the left and other direction. Then we're gonna quickly open up the hips. Quickly, couple more seconds, all the way around. We're almost ready to start. Other direction, all the way around. And let's go. All right, so let's jump right into the workout. We're gonna do 2 circuits, okay? We're gonna do a lot of isolation today. So let's start with our lighter weights, okay? Get them up here on your shoulders, elbows tucked in. So we're gonna start with backward lunges. Ready? Core in really tight, and we're gonna get all the way back with our right, and we're staying on the right. So backward lunge, knee up. Backward lunge, knee up. We're gonna burn this out for a little while. Right here, knee up, backward lunge, knee up. Let's go. Backward lunge, knee up. We're really focusing on isolating today, so we can really work these individual muscles right here. Woo. You should be feeling that in your left glute and your hamstring. Woo. That's it. Down and up. Work through it with me. That's good. All right, weights down. Skipping rope up. We're here for 30 seconds before we head over to the other side. Ready? Let's go. Good job, guys. Stay strong, stay strong. You woke up this morning and made it all the way to your TV screens. Let's make it worth it. A few more seconds, and then we go over to the left side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, over to the left. Ready up, and same thing. Backward lunge. Stabilize, knee up. If you're wobbling, that's okay. Just try to stabilize before you bring your knee up. The balance and coordination. This is also working your core right here. So many muscle groups activated. Down. Try and keep your knees behind your toes right here. That's it. Whew. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right. So we're gonna start with the left glute. So we're gonna squeeze the leg all the way up, working that left glute. Ready? And go. 1, push. 2, it's almost like you're implanting your heel in your ceiling or up on the sky. Right here. Squeeze. Woo. That's it. Keep that core tight. Looking good. Squeeze up. Push it. Nice. All the way up. Burn it out. Burn it out. You got this. 10 more seconds. I know you're feeling that burn. Woo. 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna jump up. Take a very big step forward, 2 hops back. I'm gonna show you the low impact first. So big step out, smaller steps all the way back. All right, again, everybody join me. Big step out and all the way back. If you're joining me for the jumps, follow me. If not, stay right there. Jumping forward, hop back. Again, land softly on your knees, hop back. Let's go. That's it. Hop back. Again. That's it. Hop back. One last one. Nice and low. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna take our right glute now, all the way down. Get ready and go. All the way up. Good job, guys. Looking good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. That's it. Very good. Woo. Almost there. I know you're feeling that burn. Let's go all the way up. Squeeze it. In 4, 3, 2. All right, as if your legs weren't under enough pressure, we're going to move on to fast feet. Get ready and go. I want you to stay low right here. Moving your feet as fast as possible. Let's go. Give me all the energy. Tap into your inner source right here, guys. Stay low. You got this. Woo! Legs are burning. OMG. 10 more seconds. Let's go. Push it with me. 4, 3, 2. Hallelujah. Okay. So, grab the light weights again. Working with light weights for this round. And then we will increase. All right. Calf raises. Squeeze up. This is like your mini recovery right here. Woo. Take deep breaths. Doesn't that feel good? I know it's tough, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. Squeeze up. Get nice and high. That's it. Core tight. Woo. Good job, guys. A few more seconds here. In 4, 3, 2. Excellent job. Okay, so now we're gonna move down to leg raises. We're gonna work our lower core and our legs for that matter. Now, if you have back injuries, what I want you to do is take it at an angle. Stop right here. Don't go any further. And you can also put your palms underneath your lower back to support you. Right here. If you can, you're gonna go all the way down with me. Almost touching the floor. Hold it and up. For this one, slow and steady wins the race. Down. You can also isolate this core exercise. It's a great exercise to do all the time. The lower core is one of the hardest places in the tummy to control and to improve and to get strong. Almost there. Last one. Very good job, guys. All right, so if you need, take a sip of water. Definitely take a couple breaths. We all need that. All right, so let's just stay here. Breathe it out. We're gonna repeat that one more time using our heavier weights, okay? Breathe in. I really want you to recover during this rest period. Last time. And I want you guys to just close your eyes and think about one thing that you're really, really grateful for. And let's dedicate the next part of this circuit to that one thing, okay? Something that really makes you happy, that improves the quality of your life. In thanks, we're gonna get that power through the next circuit.
What's your story? What's your sign? Who dreamers? Don't care what other people say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive.
With a chance. Jamaica! Draw first blood. Damari Gray scores! Mikel Antonio, and it's a goal! And the Reggae Boys take the lead. And Jamaica puts this one on ice.
Get ready. Heavier weights. 40 seconds on this leg. And go. Focus. Down and up. Down and up. Core nice and tight. Working that left glute and hamstring. Even the core is working. And even the quad on the right side. This is lower body blast, guys. Woo. You got this. That's it. Down and up. 10 more seconds. You got this. Bang it out with me. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights down. Ropes up. Get ready. 30 seconds strong. Speed. Ready. And go. Speed and power. Push it. You got this. Woo. That's it, guys. We're more than halfway through. Push it. 4, 3, 2. Excellent. Left side. Straight into it. Ready? Up and go. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. That's it, guys. Down. Stay focused. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Let's go. Down and up. Few more reps here. And last rep. Very good. All right, we're gonna go right down to the mat, starting with our left leg, glute squeezes. Ready? 40 seconds and go. I don't want you to just use momentum. Really squeeze using the power of your glutes right here. Yep. There we go. Anybody interested in booty building? Let's do this. Up. There we go. Squeeze. We're here for quite a little while, but that's because we're gonna squeeze out all the benefits of this. Woo. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. 30 seconds, guys. You have to power up with me. Remember the low impact or the high impact, whichever works for you. 30 seconds. Let's go. Big, too small. Ready? Big. Land nice and light on those toes. You can even get your heels all the way down. The deeper you land into that squat, the less pressure you put on your knees here. And land. Really be intentional about that landing, okay? Don't just bang down on your knees. You want to stay injury-free here. Nice. All right, other side. We got through that. Ready? And 40 seconds, go. Up, up, up. Good. Stay focused. Work through that burn. If you have ankle weights at home, this would be a great way to increase the intensity of this exercise. Not needed though, as you can feel. We're all at such different places of our journey. We have to always meet our bodies where it is, but then also challenge ourselves. All right? And speaking of challenge, Lord help us with the next one. Okay? Fast feet, get ready. Guys, we're there. Ready? And go. All right, guys, just make up your mind. You're gonna power through this with me. Stay low. Keep those feet going fast. Focus. Strength, willpower. Let's do this. Good job, guys. Work through that burn. 10 more seconds. You can do this. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, pick up those heavy weights. We're going for those calf raises. Let's go. You got this. Weights up. And go. Breathe it out here, guys. You're doing so well. Let's get a little speed going here. Good job. Almost there. Last 2 exercises. 10 more seconds here. You got this. 4, 3, 2. Excellent. All right. We're lying down for leg raises. And then we're going to our stretch, okay? All the way down. Get ready. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Down and up. Down and up. Remember to stop halfway if you have back injuries, especially lower back. And up. Just stay focused with this, guys. Your abs do get stronger and it gets easier. Again, consistency is all that matters here. Woo. Good job. All the way down and up. A few more seconds. Woo. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's just pull the knees into the chest. Good job, guys. Now I want you to pull your knees over to the left, all right? Looking over the right shoulder. That's it. And other side. Good job. All right, let's sit up. Shake those knees out. Whew, you should be feeling that stretch all across your legs from your inner thighs all the way to your knees. We're gonna extend that left leg forward right here, and we're gonna put the right behind us, and we're gonna breathe in and extend our fingers all the way to our toes or as far as you can go. So let's deep breathe in. On the exhale, take it all the way over and hold. Now we're gonna take one more deep breath in, and you're gonna get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Ready? Inhale and exhale. Very good. And other side, right leg in front, left leg bended. On that inhale, raise up, exhale, and breathe it down. Take another deep breath in and exhale it even lower. And now we're gonna put our palms onto the mat. We're gonna use our elbows to push our knees outward so we can get a nice inner thigh stretch right here. So come up on your tippy toes, get the backs of your elbows right here. Lean against your elbows and feel that stretch. Very good job. Can move it around. Nice. And let's roll all the way up. Woo. Let's do a standing quad stretch right here. Whew. You guys are doing such a good job. I know this journey is not easy, but stay with me and I promise it will get easier just because you will get stronger for showing up again and again. Other side. Whew. Excellent. Breathe in. Exhale. Let's rotate the neck all the way around. Very good. Other direction, all the way around. Last deep breath in through the nose. Exhale it out. Give yourselves a clap, and I'll see you right after the break for this week's very important wellness tip of the day. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you.
On Royal Palm Estate.
I am going to get to the bottom of this case. I owe that to Julia Blackburn.
In the middle of all of that, why not try find out who shoot Richard Blackburn there?
When is Pam Pam coming back?
I have some bad news about Pam Pam, miss.
Oh, what now, Joyce?
Well, she's making a baby.
You want to come practice feel up with me and then come say you never had sexual intercourse with me?
The Bible says we must not commit fornication. The Bible does not say that we must not caress.
If I have business to conduct, then I do come into Kingston.
Just like Ted.
Are you referring to my dear departed husband?
Oh yes, my dear departed baby father.
Well, you can't be a master for that.
Why you say that?
The master never knows I am do the damage.
Royal Palm Estate is on CVM every Tuesday and Sunday at 9 p.m.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
Today's wellness tip comes from our Sleep Well pillow, and we'll be pulling our inspiration from plants. Now, everybody loves plants. They make our lives brighter simply by being in a room with us, on our windowsills or in our gardens. And aside from appreciating them for how they bring a space to life, did you know that plants can actually help to induce sleep? Their natural fragrance can help to regulate the nervous system and help you fall asleep faster. And specific types of plants also improve sleep quality throughout the night by reducing the number of times you come out of deep sleep throughout the night, okay? So I wanted to share 3 plants that will contribute to a better, more restful night's sleep, helping you wake up feeling refreshed. So let's start out with lavender. The scent of lavender is well known for being relaxing, and scientifically it's been shown to reduce blood pressure and heart rate, which is beneficial if you find yourself struggling with anxiety when you get into bed. Many people use lavender spray on their pillows, others use pouches of dried lavender in their pajama drawers to scent their sleep clothes.
But the best solution is a pot of fresh lavender by your bed. Lavender has a beautiful color that you will appreciate every morning, while the scents calm you at night. Lavender plants like warmth and sunlight, so it's good to keep one by your windowsill. The next plant is aloe, which is a very popular plant in most households in Jamaica and known for its ability to soothe minor cuts, burns, bites, and dry skin. Aloe vera makes oxygen at nighttime, which is great for your bedroom's environment. Aloe likes a lot of sun, so you would keep it on your windowsill next to your lavender. And the last plant is the snake plant. Air quality might potentially be another factor that might be affecting your ability to sleep easily and sleep throughout the night. We spend a lot of time breathing moisture into our bedrooms, and this can increase the humidity levels in the room, especially if you keep the door shut, as this decreases air circulation around your house. So high humidity increases the likelihood of mold and dust mites, which can affect your ability to breathe and leave you with a poor night's sleep. Snake plants are great at pumping oxygen into your bedroom to improve your air quality, and their large leaves are also good for removing plenty of harmful chemicals in the air.
So lavender, aloe, and the snake plant are all extremely beneficial to add to your lineup of plants in your bedroom to ensure you get an incredible night's sleep, which will only ensure a powerful day ahead. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Sunrise Fitness with the WellFit Club, and we will see you soon again for another strong workout and wellness sesh. Thank you so much for joining us today.
The time by Jamaica Mountain Peak Golden Turmeric Latte is
6 o'clock.
This ain't Texas, ain't no hold'em. So lay your cards down, 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 down. So park your Lexus and throw your keys up. Stick around, round, 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 round. And I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be you come take it to the floor now. Woo! There's a tornado.
This ain't Texas. This ain't sunrise. Good morning, sunrisers. You know how we always say you've never seen a sunrise quite like this? Well, here it is. Here it is. You've never seen a sunrise quite like this. This morning, I'm flying solo. And I'm just going to keep it real, as I always do. My co-host is late. Yes, it was bound to happen at some point. So it's you and it's me, and we're just going to make this happen today, guys. Stick with me. I don't want you to leave. Hold on. Wait. He's here. Hello. You have him online? IT, can you hear me? Hello? IT!
Come in. Oh my word, it's the alarm. The alarm.
I'm over him.
Come. Woo!
Seriously?
Tami! Morning. Bless up. Honey, Swaggy, respect.
I'm over him.
Tami!
I'm over him. Oh my goodness. I'm done. No, don't hug me, I'm done.
I made it. Listen. I made it. I'm here. Listen, do not rely on alarms to wake you up in the morning. That's my word to all of you. Tami.
I'm ashamed I am.
I'm there.
I can't believe you're coming to people that work late.
Tami, I'm
in
here.
fine style though.
Hey, look at you.
Morning, my friend.
Hey,
Morning. Don't do me that again.
Listen.
I cannot bother people.
I'm here.
Y'all thought it was me who was going to be late the first time. See who catch it there? Him. I can't bother.
No, Karen watching like, me tell him.
Karen, I'm going to blame you too. Karen is sleeping out. Karen doesn't even know. I can't bother.
Oh my word.
Well,
it's a good morning.
It is. Maybe we should start with tea time just that we feel like we're back here together. Ready? A one, a two, a one. When tea time come, pana.
We don't want no tea, pana. Only the bed. When you jump on it, pana. Hey. That kick starts the day first every single time. All right?
What a glorious day it is today.
It is.
Actually, when I left my house, the moon was still out. And it was a full moon. Did you see that last night? Well, no, you were. Yes, of course you did. You didn't catch it this morning.
No.
But the moon was incredible. Wow. And I was just thinking about how crazy it is that, the moon controls like tidal activity, which is crazy to me. So like when the moon is high or full, the tide is high or tide is low. Isn't that amazing? Like those things just remind me like what an intricate world this is. What an intricate design. What an intentional designer we have. And I just think that's incredible because they also found that the moon doesn't just affect the tide, but all fluidity. That's why them say if I cut your hair upon a full moon or deworm your children on a full moon. And why? Get this. Ready for this one?
Tell me.
You are most likely to get pregnant on a full moon.
I am not getting pregnant on well. so many beliefs, But I'm happy that you highlight
but that's science.
the
it affects
designer.
The fluidity, It's true. The designer is incredible. And in moments like when I see a full moon, make me just say, wow. God is amazing. And how we just are here in the balance. It's not an accident and it is completely by design. And it's amazing to me that we just are here. We are
here.
It's a beautiful
thing. I'm thankful. I'm happy. I've arrived. I'm alive. And you're alive if you're watching us right now.
Yes.
And God's favor is over you hovers over you. And as Tami said, he is the great designer, intelligent designer who created all of this. And of course, this unique experience for us to be here together.
Yeah,
yes, you and I. Yes, we are. By the way, if you are joining us for the very first time, my name is Iti. And
I'm Tami.
And together we are Tamaiti. Hey.
Yeah, indeed.
Hey, and this is Sunrise.
It is. And you know what's so great as well is, we're talking about the moon and all these things, but then we have, all these wonderful people who create all these wonderful things, like, Zoom calls. Yeah. I hear we have a wake-up call this morning, which I'm so excited about because we haven't done a wake-up call in a while. So who do we have on the line? Can you hear us?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you all doing today?
Not too bad. Okay, let me start this by saying that some of you may know that I have many first cousins, as I affectionately call them, from far and wide. And this morning I had the pleasure of doing a sunrise wake-up call with one of our very special MTM first cousins from Cayman. Tori, welcome.
Foreign.
Hi.
Cayman.
Yes.
Oh my
Tori,
God.
I want to know, well, first and foremost, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Sunrise. I'm curious to know, what makes you our MTM first cousin?
What makes me? Because I watch you all every day.
I love that.
Every morning, my sunrise is to watch MTM. I mean, on top, there is days that,
I love that.
Nothing to watch, but I go back to your, to maybe ones that I have missed in the very beginning.
Yes.
But I just love your show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
That's so good.
Yes, I love it. I love your children, Jackson, Ozzy.
Thank you. Atlas, Ivy,
Yes,
Exactly.
But Tori, I know you're watching from Cayman, and I'm thinking about Cayman now. I'm thinking about what is the typical breakfast in Cayman? What is the typical dish for breakfast in Cayman?
Cayman really doesn't have a typical breakfast. Cayman is adapted to the Jamaican breakfast. Everybody likes the ackee saltfish and the liver and onions. So Cayman really don't have a breakfast, if you want to say. We have a dish that everybody loves, our lunch specials, which is turtle meat.
Turtle meat?
Turtle meat.
I love the way she say turtle meat.
Turtle meat.
Turtle meat.
The poor turtle.
But listen, if Tami comes over, I'm sure you're gonna sweet treat her. Yeah. Where's the first place you'd take Tami? Where's the site? Where's a must-visit place in Cayman?
For me, when I take anyone who hasn't been to Cayman, I take them to our beach, the 7 Mile Beach, and just soak up our nice hot and sweet sun.
Oh, I love that. We are
take it to the turtle farm.
We're so close. I want to know what are the similarities between, Jamaica, Cayman. Tell me how we're the same. I mean, apart from sun, sea, and sand. How do you find us to be, similar?
In my opinion, it would be our warmness, our friendliness. Because for me, I think Jamaica and Cayman share that. Is our friendliness, our warmness, our food, especially our food.
And we have lots of Jamaicans in Cayman as well. So shout out to everybody who is watching.
Definitely, shout out to we have lots of Jamaicans here.
We do, you do, not we, you do. I haven't been there in a long time. I am overdue a visit for sure. But Tori, thank you so much.
I'd love for you and your family to come down, and when you're here, give me a call.
I sure will. And shout out to your dad as well.
Yes. Big up
Thank
Daddy
you
for me.
so much for joining
Oh,
us
yeah,
this
that's
morning.
him.
There he is.
That's my hero.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Daddy Jackson. Awesome.
Thank you so much for joining us, and I appreciate your love and support. And we couldn't do it without people like you who tune in all the time and give us so much love and support. So thank you very much, Tori. Enjoy the rest of your day and your title meet.
Yes, definitely. It was so nice to be on the show and nice to meet you and say hello to everyone.
I sure will. Take care. Bye.
All right, bye.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Bye, Tori.
Always so nice when we get to connect with people who support us from near and afar.
Speaking of supporting us from near and far, the quote for today is, I'm going to tell you in a short while, the quote for today is, man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore.
Oh, beautiful.
Right? Oh my God.
That is it. And you know, not just sight of the S-H-O-R-E, but sight of the S-U-R-E. Because sometimes we want to see what is sure and what is certain, but you literally cannot discover anything new until you give up sometimes what is sure and certain.
That's why you have to walk by faith.
That is it.
And not by sight.
That is it.
Hallelujah.
That is it. That's a great quote. I like that quote. Thank you for choosing that one.
It's Denim Day.
If you didn't notice.
If you didn't notice, it's a perfect occasion to rock your favorite jeans. To do that today, wherever you go, if you're going to work, ask the boss if you're in a corporate job to allow you to wear jeans today in solidarity with the survivors of sexual assault. Share resources for ending sexual violence. Support organizations working towards justice, or simply spark conversations to raise awareness. The day comes following a high-profile Italian rape trial where the survivors were blamed for, she was blamed for her rape because of the type of jeans she was wearing.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
And that's why we wear denim on this day to remember,
to be in solidarity with her.
Absolutely.
I don't know why, I mean, and it's, let me just race to say this very quickly, and I've heard it said, nothing that a woman wears can be the reason for rape. I live in a house with women, and listen, the idea, the very thought of it is disturbing, much less the reality of it.
And they've done studies to prove that as well. Yeah. So it's not something that we're pulling out of our heads.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what you're wearing. That's not the root cause of it. But for a case to be thrown out because a court thought, oh, it's because of how she was dressed, is just crazy.
Ludicrous.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
we do have
a mixtape.
We have a great show coming up, but we're
Tami, let me say this before you talk about. We have a great show coming up. Them say everybody can dance,
but everybody a dancer. You know that. You know that better than everybody. So run the mixtape. Make a boss a dance, and we could see one dancer in here. It's gonna be great.
Now everybody catch this. DJ select this. Skip to my loop. Oh, skip to my loop. Yeah, skip to my loop. Skip to my loop. Yeah. We're dancing from evening till sunlight. This dance is so nice. Slide left, slide right. And just do it. Skip to my loop.
Man shoulder for your flick, bad you. Girl your shoulder for your flick. Cool ravers are far away. Ding dong, the new dancing. Man your shoulder for your flick. Girl your shoulder for your flick. Watch your world to a speak and attack with your bad man. Man shoulder for your flick. In a mid-chain bling.
Dancing style all outdated like Tinga. Ding dong, come we show them fi do the no linger. Sweep your foot to the right and snap your finger. No linger, no linger. Them dancing style all outdated like Tinga. Come we show them fi do the no linger. Sweep your foot to the left and snap your finger. No linger. Everybody free up on yourself.
All the girl them way up out of your wind down window. But man a dance we no want in no hinder. Girl alone we want in a we when we a linger.
Yeah, me clean. Everybody know this. Who make us small man.
Choose your life insurance coverage, apply, and pay online. Live the e-life with Sagicor Life.
The time by Sagicor Life is
6:15. So I'm at a party vibing with a 10. At least I hope it's a 10. But me not sure because my contacts fell down the bathroom sink, so I can't see a thing. I don't know what to do. What I do know though is the smell of KFC hot wings. Delicious, irresistible wings I can enjoy with my eyes closed. KFC hot wings, a wing for the win.
We want a piece for Jamaica. Yeah. Yo, what are you?
Oh man, none of that. No, brother, no, man.
You see you ever play ref? No game,
yeah, but I look a bad game. No, I said, place when you come from, brother, I want to live good, man. I want to live good, brethren. No shake hand, I can play a little bad, brethren.
Really have to shake hand?
Yeah, man, and no badness, brethren. Just live good, man.
Keeping up with the kids' growth spurts might mean it's time for a bigger fridge. Don't worry, at Quartz, we got you. Or maybe you're ready to turn your home entertainment up a notch? That means a larger TV and soundbar? We got you. Excited about making your new home feel more like you? We've got you. Need a better mattress for more restful sleep? We've got the size and comfort that's right for you. So shop today and pay later. Whatever you need, we've got you. Quartz, bringing value home.
Recycling partners of Jamaica. Yeah, we got to make a change, and we have to do it now, can't wait for later. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies and in the drains. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place, yeah, the place have to clean. PET, the top of the ethylene, HDPE, buckle up against screen. Baby to granny, everybody roping. Yeah, we got to go green, you know what I mean. See the sign from the bin, if we drop it in, through car window you fling, that another thing. And we don't want no garbage in this game. No, we handle it up, but them are not the same. So listen up, Jamaica, I'm saying it's time to make a change. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies in the every veins. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place.
The super deal continues at Flow with super savings. Get a free Samsung phone when you sign up for Yard and Road for the special price of only $4,999 plus GCT per month. Stay connected at home and on the go. Visit discoverflow.co or a Flow store to sign up today. Conditions apply.
Come take it to the floor now. Woo! There's a tornado. In my city.
Welcome back to Sunrise. If you're here for the very first time, we welcome you warmly. If you're here just now, you're in time for the headlines because we head over to the headlines queen.
Yes.
You know?
She's a headline queen for life. I'm going to do it. I'm going to record it and it's going to be the thing.
I feel like you're going to have a whole album by the time we're done.
Just about news and
I mean, just about me. I love that for me. Anyway, you know, let's get started like how I was on time.
TK, drop the word. Drop the word.
I'm here. All right.
You know, let's get started on time, shall we?
Better late than
never.
Which is right. All right, so let's jump into the headlines. Good morning, everyone. Minister pledges to improve water woes in Negril. So, Minister without portfolio with responsibility for water, Senator Matthew Samuda, has declared that the government remains steadfast in their mission to rectify the current water crisis in Negril, Westmoreland. The tourism town is parched, its residents and businesses thirsting for relief as the drought looms heavily over the community. Senator Samuda acknowledges the agony felt by the local stakeholders and affirms that the government has intentionally invested resources into the area to alleviate some of the pressure. He also promises a flood of additional investments to overhaul the region's infrastructure. Negril, Westmoreland on a whole, they are having some serious water challenges. And you know what? You know it is water without water.
You know, there's no substitute. There's absolutely no substitute for water. And that is why I'm sure they are feeling it down there. But I'm happy for the assurance from the government, which means that something will happen very, very soon. They've invested millions in resources to ensure that they will be able to supply water again and alleviate and eliminate in fact, the water crisis.
Not having water though is one of those things that make you feel away. Like, you know, there are a lot of things that could be going wrong, But no water
No
is
water,
one of the
yes.
things that just make you go, no, sir, we can't bother.
Now imagine, you feel that way. Imagine being on vacation in a new country with all these plans and there's no water at your resort, for example. So it's rough.
And it's not just about being, I mean, like we have to think about food preparation and, you know, just general hygiene and it's a
Cooking,
lot. It's
washing
a
your
lot.
hands,
It's a lot.
yes,
It's a
so
lot.
many
I'm
things,
right now, I'm not water in my yard. So this hurt me. All right? So I feel a little type of way right now.
Water tank.
Yeah,
Have to
no,
get
we
a
hope
water
that
tank.
gets resolved and we hope that they
Yeah.
really do find solutions, not just in Westmoreland, but all over
the island.
And I really am praying for more rain.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's getting less and less every year, it almost feels like.
We have
So-
to be figuring out things like catchments, and we have to be even personally, like you know, we always say that. What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, as well, and it's like we have to figure out for ourselves and our families as well how we're going to try and solve those problems where we are. And I know that catchments are a big thing, and that's something we're looking into definitely this year and
Yeah.
next to try and figure it out because it's a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, let's prepare because, I mean, May's coming and May's
Look,
usually
yeah.
the rainy season.
Yeah, well, let's hope. Come in, rain.
Yes, come
Let's
in,
do the rain. We'll have I to do a rain dance.
Hey, it may be late.
All right, so next up, I'm going to bring the mood down a little bit.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I have to prepare Tami and IT,
Yes,
you know.
sorry.
So parliamentarians mourn the loss of loved ones. Parliamentarians are mourning 3 deaths this week. The lower house was uncharacteristically somber yesterday as Parliament paid tribute to fallen loved ones. First was the trailblazing woman MP Princess Laws, who died last Saturday at 79. Laws made history in 1980, earning the Jamaica Labour Party's first victory in the constituency of Northwestern St. Anne. Members remembered her as a trailblazing pioneer in local political history. Sonia Vaz, mother of Transport Minister Daryl Vaz, also transitioned on Sunday. The Puerto Rican native was the former wife of Minister Vaz's father, former government Minister Douglas Vaz. And finally, MP for St. Catherine North Central, Natalie Nita Garvey, is also mourning the tragic loss of her daughter, who passed suddenly on Monday. So CVM would like to extend our sincerest condolences to our leaders and their families as they mourn the loss of their loved ones and 3 fallen Jamaicans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Condolences indeed, you know, that's sad. And, you know, when we have multiple cases, stories like that, you know.
And in this
That's
case,
not good news at all, you know.
It's so sad because we're talking about, you know, the loss of mothers, but also, you know, a child, your own child, which is just, you know, unheard of to have to
think of as a parent.
You know,
No
our
parent
love
also.
and our highest thoughts are with all the families as they go through this, no doubt, difficult period.
Yeah. All right, I'm not going to leave you here. Let's bring you back up. Why not? Let's do a Why Not Wednesday headline for you, okay?
Oh boy, and I do not have what topsy-turvy this
Yes,
morning.
yes. We have to take you on a journey. We have to take you on a journey. You know what I mean?
All right, let's go.
Lime green golden retriever. A golden retriever puppy quickly gained fame online when she was born a color far different from the breed's golden reputation. Lime green. Harold DeBrulo, owner of Florida's Golden Treasures Kennel, posted videos of the puppy named Shamrock appropriately to TikTok, where the cute canine quickly developed a following. So Shamrock was born lime green, appropriate for a dog born in the key lime state, while the rest of her siblings were the expected golden hue. So the unusual color is the result of the puppy's fur being dyed by, all right, ready? Biliverdin, which is a green bile sometimes found in the wombs of mother dogs. So it's not like she was dyed out of the, you know what I mean? It was natural. So the phenomenon has been documented before and isn't limited to golden retrievers. In fact, a Nova Scotia couple's bulldog puppy was born the same color in 2022. So the Brula said Shamrock's green color has started to fade and she'll likely be the breed's normal yellow color within a few weeks.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty cool.
Was that a Labrador?
No, it was a golden retriever, but a green one.
You know what? The color is green. No, I'm saying it's nice that we have all the scientific explanations, you know, why the pup was born green.
Yep.
But I'm sure if that was a Jamaican dog,
would have found a way.
with one of them having a completely different color from the rest. Listen, Jamaican, that's a jacket that. You know, in the Jamaican context,
What we don't call a dog there in Jamaica. If that little was born here, what would we call that?
Well, first of all, you know that if it came out green, it would automatically have to be a Labour, right? No matter what political affiliation the Golden Retriever would have wanted to be. You see, it would have had to be a Labour, right? You know how Jamaicans stay.
Oh, yes. Well, TK, we know how you stay. You take us up and down on this journey called the headlines. I can't bother. Thank you so much, my friend. On the other side of the break, it's time for our Wednesday praise and worship service. We'll be right back. Not green.
It's a buyer's market. That means there's potential to make money when the markets rise. That's why I'm investing in Sagicor Investment Sigma Global Funds now. Call me smart.
Let us help you find your ideal mix of investments today with Sigma Global Funds.
Hi, I'm Makeda, and this is how I used to drive to work. Then I found my way around all of that hassle. Highway 2000 East-West made my commute quicker with no potholes, less gas station stops, and almost no traffic. Now I know my way around. Don't stress it, East-West it, and make Highway 2000 East-West your easy way.
Creamy delight, so much flavor inside. Healthy and light, Pasquale tastes so nice. Fill your body upright with the goodness of life. Healthy and light, Pasquale tastes so nice. So nice.
Pasquale is a line of shelf-stable yogurt for both adults and kids. Rich in essential nutrients, zinc, protein, and calcium. Non-GMO, no preservatives, and gluten-free.
Healthy and light, Pasquale tastes so nice. So nice.
No more fear of missing out. CVMTV News is on YouTube. Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVMTV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVMTV News to see it happen.
We're in Portland today. I'm trying to find Mac's funeral home. Tavia? I'm trying to find Tavia. She's, I think, a mortician from a funeral home.
This is her.
No, ma'am, I'm looking for a mortician.
This is her.
All right.
The owner, mortician, embalmer, restorative artist.
No, to the lie. Where you have them said, all right, be signed, let me there. And I say, no. I say, Lord, cover me.
No more fear of missing out. CVMTV News is on YouTube. Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVMTV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVMTV News to see it happen.
We're in Portland today. I'm trying to find Mac's funeral home. Tavia? I'm trying to find Tavia. She's, I think, a mortician from a funeral home.
This is her.
No, ma'am, I'm looking for a mortician.
This is her.
All right.
The owner, mortician, embalmer, restorative artist.
No, to the lie. Where you have them said, all right, be signed, let me there. And I say, no. I say, Lord, cover me.
We are proud to supply all of Jamaica with the highest standard of gas products to keep you safe and well taken care of. Choose well. Choose IGL.
The time by IGL is
6:30.
I am blessed and highly favored. That is the unmistakable vocals of our next guest. Welcome back to Sunrise. So far, from growing up amid adversity and in Trenchtown, that place, the inner city, and traveling the world with his music ministry, Carrie's journey is one of faith, resilience, and unwavering devotion to spreading the message of love through his soul-stirring music. So, join us this morning for Wednesday morning service is gospel artist Carrie Sales. Carrie, my brother, welcome to Sunrise.
Hi, Carrie. It's so nice to hear the break. I said to Carrie, I said, come on, Carrie, relax in the coach, man. Like, we'll talk some things. It's so good to have you here this morning.
Good to be here. Carrie, for those who are seeing you for the first time, I don't know who that could be, but I mean, take us back to the genesis of Carrie Sales, your career.
Well, as it stated in the opening, I'm from Trenchtown, born and raised in Trenchtown, and I believe that at the earlier stage, my family couldn't really sing except my grandmother. And I think the Lord wanted to preserve her ability to sing, so she gave me by skipping everybody. And, you know, in my early upbringing, I went to church, and I think that's where my music developed from children's choir and, you know, all of them stuff. And my experience over time has led me to believe that the reason why the place I'm at is because of Jesus Christ. So I know in the opening you had to share love, but it's more than just love. It's also Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. So it's not just love, it's Jesus Christ. And it has brought me to so many different places. It's amazing. I remember when I was in Trenchtown and running up and down in my brief. Yes. And I used to see plane fly over. Yes. And I say, one day. I know they could see it firing on TV. Yes. Although firing kind of trick me still. Yeah. But we get a chance to travel. But you know, Carrie, if you interview any Jamaican artist, most of them will tell you, you know, I started off in church. There are so many singers in interview I've heard said, I started off in church. True. You would say the same thing, but you're still in church. Yes. Why? Well, as I said, you know, the reason why I'm alive, I believe, is because of where God sent me, which is to Trenchtown, Seventh Adventist Church. I've been through a lot, and if it had been for my church family, not just my immediate family, I don't think I'll be speaking to you. I'm probably dead by now, because growing up with a lot of friends, many of them are dead because they went to a different direction than I was. And, you know, I felt that the reason why I'm alive, and I have to give, you know, praises and honors to God. So I kept on in the faith because I believe that Jesus is indeed the King of the universe. Absolutely. So, absolutely. And you speak of Trenchtown, I can so relate. My sister goes to your church in Trenchtown, Seventh-day Adventist Church, so I can completely relate. But I want to ask you quickly, though, for aspiring gospel artists, particularly those who would have watched the show on the weekend, where we had overseas acts come here, and there was a lot of controversy around the attire of the gospel artists. For aspiring gospel artists, what would you say to them, in consideration of what you observed, I'm sure, on the weekend?
Yeah, gonna make him uncomfortable at the coach now, you know.
I'm used to this. I'm used to it. I caused some controversy about what happened Saturday. But my underlying principle is love God more than you love the music. Because if God is your guide, then everything will be all right. But if you love the music more, then the music can lead you to any direction. That is why, as you said before, many people started out in church, but don't remain in church. They remain with God because they have allowed the music to lead them and not God.
Can I ask you a question? 4 albums in.
4, yeah.
You are still ministering through music.
Yes.
Why is that so important to you?
Because I believe that's a gift God has given me to share his message. And I think it has inspired people and continue to inspire people. And, you know, when I started, I didn't think I could write, to be honest with you. I remember when I was doing my first song, I tried to get a lot of people to write for me. And a lot of people rejected the idea of writing for me because I was a nobody at the time. But I think God saw my heart and decided to place a few songs in my heart. And I've decided to continue to share that kind of ministry to people, to bring people back to him. And one of the things I've always said to God, help that whatever music I have some impact, not just to entertain, but to minister.
Can I ask you a question? You mentioned being the little boy in the brief, running around. I can't help but to go with my children to do that every day, and I think it's a real Jamaican picnic thing.
Yes.
But I want to know what that little boy, what he thinks of you today, and is he proud of what he became?
I think that little boy may be proud at sometimes.
Maybe if you could go back to that little boy, why wouldn't you tell him no?
We are mixed bag.
Yeah, it's true, because you've had a real full life.
Yeah.
I just sometimes think that our little selves can't believe that we made it.
Yeah, that's true.
We got on the plane and we went away and we lived the life.
He would be surprised. He would be surprised.
And I'm sure very proud.
Yes.
Let's talk about any music in the pipelines. Any more
man,
albums
we are working on my 5th album with my wife. Big up, babes.
Hey, babes.
Man.
I love that.
We are working on a new album. Hopefully, we can get it out by October. Yeah.
Duets, of course.
With her. Some duets on it, and of course, because my wife, as I always tell people, I met neither and she sings.
I love that.
She sings
Where
beautifully.
can people follow along for your journey so they can find out about new work and to just, find out more about you?
All right, so we have our Instagram page, which is Carey Sales. Our YouTube page, which is Sales International Music Ministry. The ministry is involving with me and my wife. And on Facebook, Carey Sales. Yeah,
awesome.
Basically,
Thank you so much for being here today with us. We really appreciate it.
You're most welcome.
We're glad the sales took you in here.
Yes. And I hope he's not leaving, because I'm sure you don't want to be talking to a gospel artist. You want to be hearing from.
I hope Babes is here. On the other side of the break, it's time to make a joyful noise unto the Lord with some sunrise praise and worship. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Thank you so much. I love that. I could just see you running around.
And highly, I am blessed and highly favored. Say I am blessed and highly favored. I was born and a prize, a godly sacrifice. Say I am blessed and highly favored.
Creamy delight, so much flavor inside. Healthy and light, Pasquale tastes so nice. Fill your body upright with the goodness of life. Healthy and light, Pasquale tastes so nice. So nice. Pasquale is a line of shelf-stable yogurt for both adults and kids. Rich in essential nutrients, zinc, protein, and calcium. Non-GMO, no preservatives, and gluten-free. Healthy and light, Pasquale tastes so nice. So nice.
Do you owe the NWC? Don't worry. The NWC's Pay and Save program can help you. Yes, you can get a 10 to 20% discount off when you pay balances that are 90 days or older. And if you can't pay everything in full, you can enter into a payment arrangement. Take advantage of this great opportunity by visiting any NWC commercial office island-wide. For more information about the NWC's Pay and Save program, visit nwcjamaica.com or call 888-NWC. Conditions apply.
This is Mark. He's saving to make sure that this one doesn't have to worry about student loans. This is Tevin. He's saving to make sure that next year he can live by his own rules. And this is Janelle. She's saving to make sure that the girls' trip to Greece makes it out of the group chat. They all have one thing in common. Their JN Bank savings. Saving little by little is what makes life affordable. Stop wishing you could. With your JN Bank savings, you absolutely can. JN Bank will help you find a way.
Get tiles and get creative with your floors, walls, and all the spaces in between. Our knowledgeable sales consultants are happy to help create your beautiful finish with the latest designs in first quality porcelain, wood look, vinyl, mosaics, natural stones, and countertops. At Creative, you will get every tile you need for your residential or commercial projects. Creative Building Finishes, your one-stop shop for everything tiles. Visit our showroom at 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get creative.
The super deal continues at Flow with super savings. Get a free Samsung phone when you sign up for Yard and Road for the special price of only $4,999 plus GCT per month. Stay connected at home and on the go. Visit discoverflow.co or a Flow store to sign up today. Conditions apply.
No more fear of missing out. CVMTV News is on YouTube. Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVMTV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVMTV News to see it happen.
I'm a living testimony that Christ can save anybody. If you only trust in Him, He can save you from your sins, cleanse your heart within. Sing, I'm a living testimony that Christ can save anybody. If you only trust in Him, He can save you from your sins, cleanse your heart within. Say, if you can walk upon the water, and raise a man's little daughter, if you can mend a broken heart, you can give me brand new start. There's nothing you can do. Say, if you can walk upon the water, and raise a man's little daughter, if you can mend my broken heart, you can give me brand new start. There's nothing you can do. So take me deeper, Lord, in you, Lord. Take me deeper, Lord, in you. Take me deeper, 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 Lord, in you. So take me deeper, Lord, in you, Lord. Take me deeper, Lord, in you. Take me deeper, 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 Lord, in you. So say, I'm a living testimony that Christ can save anybody. If you only trust in Him, He can save you from your sins, cleanse your heart within. Say, if you can walk upon the water, and raise a man's little daughter, if you can mend my broken heart, you can give me brand new start. There's nothing you can do. So take me deeper, Lord, in you, God. Take me deeper, Lord, in you, Jesus. Take me deeper, 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 Lord, in you. So take me deeper, Lord, in you, Jesus. Take me deeper, Lord, in you, God. Take me deeper, 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 Lord.
Jamaica Mountain Peak Turmeric Latte.
They say that them really want latte with twist for make you flaunt. Turmeric packed with pumpkin spice, chewy flavor with delight. It really, really nice. May I have to say it twice.
Jamaica Mountain Peak Turmeric Latte with pumpkin spice. Served hot or cold. Sip it slow or savor the vibe. However you desire. Just add water. Available in supermarkets island-wide.
It really, really nice. May I have to say it twice.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
In need of a loan? AIM Financial is the place to go. We have loans from $20,000 to $3.3 million. Get a loan to pay school or college tuition, medical expenses, bills, fix up your house, buy furniture and appliances, repair or buy a car. And when you're done, take a vacation loan. AIM has a loan for any purpose. Call AIM today. You won't find a better deal elsewhere. Guaranteed.
Mindset Conference 2024, the Gospel Edition, Monday to Wednesday, May 20 to 22, at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel with Pastor John Gray, Pastor Travis Green, Dr. Jackie Green, Todd Galbert, Phil Thomas, Minister Marion Hall, Kevin Downswell, Sharon Gardner, Rhoda Isabella, Pastor Junior Tucker, Bishop Everton Thomas, and many more. Join us for dinner, workshop, panel discussions, praise and worship, undiluted word, and concert every night. Mindset Conference. For more info, mindsetconference.org. Get your tickets now.
The race has begun, I've traveled the seas, I've traveled the waters. Once I was weak, now I'm much stronger. I've worked in the sun, look what I've become. I've conquered the beast, now I'm much greater. I've learned from a failure. Dedication, discipline and drive, seizing every moment that comes up in this life.
On Royal Palm Estate.
I am going to get to the bottom of this case. I owe that to Julia Blackburn.
Mm-hmm. In the middle of all of that. Why not try to find out who shoot Richard Blackburn then?
When is Pam Pam coming back?
I have some bad news about Pam Pam, miss.
Oh, what now, Joyce?
Well, she's making a baby.
You want to come practice feel up with me and then come say you never had sexual intercourse with me?
The Bible says we must not commit fornication. The Bible does not say that we must not caress.
If I have business to conduct, then I do come into Kingston.
Just like Ted.
Are you referring to my dear departed husband?
Oh yes, my dear departed baby father.
Well, you can't be a master for that.
Why you say that?
A master never knows how to do the damage.
Royal Palm Estate is on CVM every Tuesday and Sunday at 9 p.m.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
Hi, I'm Wayne.
And I'm Tami.
And we are the Mitchells. You can watch Meet the Mitchells right here on CVMTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes, you guys don't want to miss it. We will be having new episodes every week, so definitely follow along with our family.
Meet the Mitchell family.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You're the sugar to my tea. Meet the Mitchell family.
This poem is called Bodily Confinement. I am confined to this body that screams I'm from elsewhere, but I've known nowhere else. For this is how it betrays me. Confined to this body, people pull at my hair out of curiosity, attempting to speak a language of cutlery. Entitlement surrounds me. Confined to this body, I'll do what I can to distance myself from that strange land, denying it has any role in who I am. Confined to this body, I'll never blend in, never feel comfortable in my own skin. Instead, I will learn to hate this body. Confined to this body, I take it to a foreign country where people are more confused about me. Where people are more confused about me, unsure of which box to place me in. Confined to this body, as it hardens, tired of explaining again and again how I can claim Jamaica as my origin. I am confined to this body, but it's all people see. And when they get to know me, they realize I am more than just my body. Confined to this body, I will learn to love it for what it is, honoring the ancestors that got me to this place, where I will call home forever and always. Thank you.
Beautiful. Wow.
Awesome.
I hear you, girl.
Yes, yes.
This week in Sunrise Book Club, we are heading to the St. Mary Literary Festival. It's set to feature some 50 writers, including a dozen high school students. Joining us to tell us more about this literary festival is the organizer of the St. Mary Literature Festival, Paul Ward, and authors Kwame McPherson and Shannon Chensi are with us as well. Welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you for having us on.
Yes, thank you for being here. Okay. I have to ask, where does this begin? Well, talk to us about the inspiration behind this Lit Fest.
Yes. Well, my background is not this kind of thing, but I've always enjoyed. I came to Jamaica in 1970 and started reading Jamaica Lavish from the start and enjoyed it very much. But the actual, what triggered this was after Calabash last year, Margaret Busby, who was presenting there, came to stay with me with her partner's a friend I know from London. And it got me thinking about doing something on St. Mary, northeast side of the island. Also something a little more down to earth. I don't want to say anything about Calabash, but Calabash is an event for bigger people, if you like. What we try to do is give everybody a chance. Some high-performing people like we have here today, but also other people too. So the idea is to open it up. But I also help out in a local school I went there to help out with maths. We found out they couldn't do the maths because they couldn't read the question. So I turned to helping with reading. So it moves on from there, trying to combine the two, which is why we wanted to include some of the school kids.
Yeah.
So this is good, the St. Mary Literary Festival. I'm thinking, asking in the break, how do I submit if I wanted to be a part of the submissions for this year's Literary Festival? What's the process? How do you select?
It was very simple. I mean, I just used all the contacts I had and starting off with Caroline Cooper, and thank you, Caroline, for helping me from the start. But whatever I could find, I sent out a little flyer I had inviting submissions with some suggestions about 700 words and whatever. And they came rolling in. By the first deadline, we had about 35, so I extended the deadline a little bit, and it went up to about 40 or 50. Probably too many, as some people, it's a packed-up program.
A packed-up program.
But I didn't really want to, and I didn't turn anybody away. We just took the first 50-odd and told the others sorry, basically.
Good. Shannon, we just heard a lovely piece from you, and I just want to know a little bit about, your passion for writing and how it feels to be a part of this festival as well. And also, what a great piece. Thank you for writing that, and thank you for sharing.
Sure. So when I first heard about the St. Mary Lit Festival, my family's actually from Port Maria. And so I knew kind of immediately I wanted to be part of it. Just in terms of my writing, it started after university. I was unemployed and a bit bored, to be honest, and kind of came back. I was always creative, but kind of discovered poetry at that time, and since then have just been performing in different places, in Jamaica and abroad. And
Amazing.
yeah, and trying to do more too in terms of multimedia and thinking about how I can incorporate my poetry there.
Amazing. Thank
That's
you
so
for that.
good.
Yeah.
So Kwame, tell us now, we've heard from Shannon, tell us about Immense Independence and what inspired you to be a part of this festival?
Oh, wow. Writing is my thing. You know, I love writing. I love sharing my stories. And when I first heard about it, I said, you know what? I just want to give back in terms of, you know, my accolades in terms of just my expertise and share. And I thought it's a great idea. So I always give my time to help others and to share and to, you know, stories is my thing, like I said. And I thought what Paul is creating is a wonderful thing. So I said, yeah, why not? I'll give my time, you know.
I could add that, Kwame, this poster, wonderful poster, was designed by Anya Glowden. Went to the pantomime and spoke to her about the festival, and 2 weeks later, she sent me this without even asking. A couple of weeks ago, Kwame did another one, which was also wonderful. So thank you, Kwame.
I love that. I'm curious to know what else attendees can expect from the St. Mary Lit Fest, you know.
Other than what?
Well, just tell us what else we can expect. Like, you know, we're having...
have to pay to come in.
Admission is free, so...
What did you say?
Admission is free.
I love that.
Well, that's because tomorrow...
Meaning lots of performances as well as books will be on sale.
Well,
and,
we had hoped to get some... One of the publishers is coming, Blue Banyan Books, and thank you, Tanya, for coming. The others are tied up. So the library will have an exhibition. So it'll be the readings on nearly 50 odd, but we have two panel discussions, and Kwame is part of one of them. One on AI and writing, and one on writing in revolutionary movements. And the last one is an advice session for up and coming writers. For the presenters and those coming from afar, we're trying to offer a little traditional snack at the beginning: chocolate tea and bullers and cornmeal porridge and whatever.
I like that.
But we'll see how it goes.
I love that.
And then we have, I shouldn't forget to say that Papa Kervin, who I met through one of the people I met at the Poetry Society, introduced me. He lives in Arokabessa. And everybody's offering for free, by the way. We're not paying anybody.
Yeah.
And he's coming along to provide some music at lunchtime. So we're very happy.
Wonderful.
Whoa.
It sounds like it's going to be amazing. Saturday, April 27th,
this week, Saturday.
2024. That's this Saturday.
This Saturday.
It's going to be great.
Coming up.
So we heard from Shannon earlier, so it's time for Kwame.
Take it away.
All right, where am I looking? This one? Alrighty. Okay. So this is the award-winning story from last year that I was able to win, and it's in this book done by the Commonwealth Foundation, and it's called Okahi. So I'm going to read an excerpt. The headlamps and strobe lights flooded my rear view. I kept on at a reasonable pace, not speeding, willing my rental car to reach its town's street lights. I was just on the outskirts of Okahi when the cruiser sped up, overtook me, and skidded to a stop just in front of my car, blocking my way. I screeched to a halt. I waited to be approached by the cop or cops, but nobody came from the cruiser. I had glanced at my dashboard clock just as I slammed on the brakes, and now saw that 5 minutes had elapsed. I wondered what they were waiting for. Trying to make me sweat? Running my vehicle's plate? I gave it another 2 minutes. Finally, I watched both doors slowly open and 2 state troopers alight. They walked over confidently, one officer tall and thin, and the other short and fat, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I chuckled. With their flashlights blinding me, and about a meter from my front windows, the tall one stood back and shouted, "Let me see your hands." I stuck them out my window. The fat one worked his way to the passenger side, brilliant light brightening my car's interior. "Where you headed, boy?" "Boy? I thought this is not 2023? "Do you need to see my driver's license and documents?" I asked. I was not about to call him sir or rise to the bait. "I asked you a question, boy." "Boy, again?" "Do you need to see my papers?" I demanded. "I do the telling here, boy. 3rd time." I said nothing, my hand still out the window. I knew how these traffic stops frequently went, and I could already see tomorrow's news headlines. That is, if anyone ever even heard about my passing, or should I say killing. I was in the boonies, nowhere in particular. No other vehicle around, nothing but a wide expanse of empty land and a town away in the distance. I was alone and isolated. But I was not scared. During the last Gulf War, there was an incident in which my unit and I became separated in the Iraqi desert. I happened on an Iraqi patrol. After a brief firefight, I needed to evade capture, which meant being stealthy and doing grotesque stuff to careless stragglers. I had seen too much on my tour, death a constant companion. I had been scared then.
Oh,
nice.
Thank you.
Yes, so I was engaged.
The Time by Hyundai or Hyundai 5 free payments, 3 years free insurance, or 3 years free petrol bonus is
7 o'clock.
I live
To love. To enjoy life. To fulfill a dream.
To give.
For my family.
To enjoy life. I found out I had colon cancer in 2018. Sagicor Life gave me this $120,000.
All the tests that I had to do, it was about 2-point-something million. But thanks to my Sagicor Life critical illness policy, I was able to cover all my expenses. Having a premature baby was expensive. My Sagicor health plan allowed me to add my son before he was even born. Out of $1.6 million, I only ended up paying $2,500.
I did 2 surgeries and that I had to be attended by nurses day and night. Sagicor take care of $3.5 million for my head. What more could I ask for?
Protect what matters most with Sagicor Life.
Hi, I'm Makeda, and this is how I used to drive to work. Then I found my way around all of that hassle. Highway 2000 East-West made my commute quicker with no potholes, less gas station stops, and almost no traffic. Now I know my way around. Don't stress it, East-West it, and make Highway 2000 East-West your easy way.
Good morning. Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. There's no exact date yet as to when this year. However, the proposed industrial park in Lidford Park St. Anne is gaining traction. The people were briefed in an open discussions forum a few days ago with the main stakeholders, and now they wait. Carlin Brown provides this update.
We're coming to you now because we want to start that work this year. But we're taking a different approach to development. Sometimes the government used to go out and do the work and you just hear about it. Somebody has to come and tell you, a friend has to pinch you, or somebody who will get work on the work tell you about it. We have to change that. So we're taking an orderly approach to development. So before we start, we come to you and we say, this is our plan.
And so the meeting at the Golden Grove All-Aid School in St. Anne to discuss the strategic development project, so named the 101 Industrial Park, being steered by the Jamaica Bauxite Mining Limited JBM. It will be major when it takes shape, with corporate social responsibility one of the main components of such an upgrade in the southeast area of the Garden Parish.
It's not just about renovating structures. It's really about breathing new life into communities like Golden Grove. It is a $445 million Jamaican dollar project. That's what we're looking to invest to create jobs for the people in this area.
The people will be benefiting long before completion, as it is they who will get an opportunity to fill the openings for skilled labor, to rehabilitate the dilapidated warehouses in Lidford, in the execution and the delivery of prime logistics, manufacturing and productive spaces. The training agency Heart Trust NSTA, with whom the JBM recently signed a memorandum of understanding, will be instrumental in this regard. Based on location and proximity to the highway, further expansion will become natural.
It don't make sense to build an industrial park and you leave it at that. because we still have issues with people looking for housing. And if we're going to provide more jobs, and if we have the land, you will hear that we're also going to be looking to do a housing development, a significant housing development, so more people can own their own homes in this neck of the woods. And at a low cost.
And in the step-by-step process, commercial developments and more will follow.
It's time now for Quick Biz with Andrew Laidley.
The University of the West Indies, Mona, is moving full speed ahead with plans to revitalize and monetize its physical assets. Pro Vice Chancellor and Campus Principal Denzel Williams made the announcement recently.
As part of the revenue revolution for the campus, we're looking at areas where we can actually use our physical assets to generate significant revenue for the campus, and also use our core business to generate revenue for the campus. We've been talking about it for a while, and as they say in Jamaica, you ride, whistle and chew gum at the same time. And so we don't have the luxury, based on where we are now in our financial life cycle, to just keep planning without execution. And so today I'm very pleased that we're here as a manifestation that we are not only planning, but we are actually executing at the same time.
With all the uncertainties in today's society, at least one financial education expert is urging Jamaicans to set up a rainy day or emergency fund. She warns that not having emergency funds can be stressful.
We have to think about what is the cost if we don't have it. Are you going to have to walk around and beg people? Or borrow from people? Or is it that you may have to deny yourself something which is important to you? And when you think about what the cost is and really sit down with what the cost is, then you'll be more inclined to say, let me set up this fund.
And that's your quick biz. Be sure to tune in to CVM News for the latest business news of the day. I'm Andrew Laidley.
And now over to sports. The English Premier League continues on Wednesday. 7th place Manchester United, with one win in their last 7 matches, host bottom of the table Sheffield live at 2 p.m. on CVMTV. Also on Wednesday, 2nd place Liverpool visit Everton in the Merseyside Derby. Crystal Palace host Newcastle United, and Wolves tackle Bournemouth. And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise continues after this.
Me grew up and see my granny and save her money under her mattress.
Exactly. Your grandmother's house never burned down?
No, how you reach this? That was a one-off thing.
That could have happened to anybody. That's why you must put your money in a financial institution and protect it.
But if the bank crash?
Well, that's where JDIC comes in.
What you mean?
JDIC is a financial safety net which provides coverage for your money in case your financial institution fails.
Explain that to me.
All right. Because of the JDIC deposit insurance scheme, once you put your money into a financial institution like a bank or building society, you can get coverage of up to a maximum of $1.2 million per deposit of your financial institution if it should fail. And for even more information, you can visit their new website at www.jdic.org, and you can follow the social media platforms for the latest information.
JDIC, protecting deposits for you and me.
Truth is, HIV affects everyone. Truth is, avoiding care leads to a weaker immune system. That means you could get really sick. The truth is, the hardest pill to swallow isn't the medication. It's the problems that follow when you don't take them. Let's get through this together. Remain in care. You can live life to the fullest with HIV. And that's the truth. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
The super deal continues at Flow with super savings. Get a free Samsung phone when you sign up for Yard and Road for the special price of only $4,999 plus GCT per month. Stay connected at home and on the go. Visit discoverflow.co or a Flow store to sign up today. Conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Wayne.
And I'm Tami.
And we are the Mitchells. You can watch Meet the Mitchells right here on CVMTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes, you guys don't want to miss it. We will be having new episodes every week, so definitely follow along with our family.
Meet the Mitchell family.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You're the sugar to my tea. Meet the Mitchell family.
All right, welcome back to Sunrise. Denim Day is today, April 24th, and this morning we join millions of people across the world that will wear jeans with a purpose to support survivors and educate themselves and others about the forms of sexual violence as we move to build awareness. So this morning we are joined by Deputy Superintendent of Police, the Deputy Denim, hello, Jacqueline Dillon, who is the JCF National Coordinator for Domestic Violence. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is a tough topic.
One that you have to take a deep breath
Yeah.
every time you talk about domestic violence and sexual violence.
I'm glad you started there. What is the difference between domestic violence and sexual violence?
The major, I wouldn't even think about a difference because in the context of domestic violence, you have sexual violence. And most sexual violence cases happen in domestic violence setting. So it happens in the family, cousin having sex with cousin, brother having sex with sister, the mothers having dated some men that they can't satisfy, and the daughters over to them. So you have it in that context, but then you have sexual violence in community context. And we often say that many persons who go through sexual violence really knows who the persons are. And that is one of the reasons why it becomes so difficult for many persons to talk about it. You know, generations ago, we often, it is a taboo in Jamaica to even talk about being a victim of sexual assault or any form of sexual violence. And so many persons don't want to talk about it because it's traumatic. It affects one's emotions and it can stay there for years. You have gone through it as a child, and as an adult, you're still displaying signs of depression as a result of it. So it's a very traumatic event for many persons to talk about. Having gone through it, do not want to relive the situation because many persons, every time they talk about it, they are reliving the situation that they found themselves in.
Absolutely, that's how trauma works,
Yeah, and it's across genders.
Yes.
And it's across genders.
Yes. It happens.
Domestic violence, sexual violence has no gender. So oftentimes we talk about it impacting women and girls, which, because they are the vulnerable in society, we pay a lot of attention to it. But oftentimes we don't pay attention to the boys.
The boys,
who are sexually assaulted.
And then
as children and have to live with that.
Yeah.
You know, when somebody touches you without your consent, it's as if you have lost control of yourself. That is what it is.
And how do we address that situation when someone is, you're unable to ask, either you're unwilling to or you're embarrassed?
Yeah, there's so much shame around it.
Yeah, you know, the stigma is great. But also, who do they ask?
Yeah.
There are many organizations. Jamaica Constabulary Force is the primary law enforcement organization, and we deal with incidents. As a matter of fact, the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse is the primary arm of the JCF that looks at that. But it intertwines a lot with domestic violence, and so CISOCA And the DVI unit that falls within Community Safety and Security Branch actually work very close. So we have had persons who are visitors to the island and are sexually assaulted in hotels because they come and they hook up with some guy that they don't know. And that happens. We have children who are sexually assaulted by family members or even community members. And so it's important that persons know where to go. And it's not a lack of information. It's a lack of person being open-minded about the fact that if I'm a victim of sexual assault, I really need to get help. There's no shame in it. The fact is, perpetrators oftentimes make the victim feel that it's your fault.
Well, what about in a case when you might fear retaliation? And so you withdraw your statement. Maybe you've gone and you said, no, I am going to report this. I am going to try and get help. But then the fear of retaliation, kind of creeps up in you and you say, you know what, I'm going to withdraw my statement. How do we encourage women to kind of go all the way?
For us, the beauty about Sissoka is there's a one-stop shop. The doctor is there, the counselor is there, the social worker is there, the investigators are one place. So there's no need to be running across agencies to hear your story. Many persons, depending on where they are from, are fearful of stigma. And that is a major fear. And some amount of retaliation. Because when you talk about sexual violence, there's always manipulation. There's always intimidation. You see, if you tell somebody, if you tell anybody. And so the education begins in the home and in communities. And we, as a country, have to open our mind so that persons understand that there's no shame in being a victim of these things. We have to start to train our boys to understand that they can't violate people's body and think that is theirs. We have to teach our young ladies the same thing because we have women who are doing the same thing.
Wow.
And so, again, it begins with education within schools. It begins with education in the home. It begins with education in home community. Because let me tell you something, domestic violence and sexual violence is not just in external of the churches. It is happening within even our churches. So it's a collaborative approach to dealing with it. There are various organizations. The JCF is one. The Bureau of Gender Affairs, Sissoka. And Sissoka comes under the JCF.
So these are the help organizations, Sissoka?
So we have Sissoka that not only investigate, but they educate. So members of Sissoka can be invited to come and speak about sexual violence and what it is that persons ought to do, where you go. And there's Sissoka in every single parish. There's a Sissoka unit in there. The same thing happens for domestic violence, which is right across the island, and we put additional measures by instituting the domestic violence intervention centers. We have our churches that we work closely with that operates counseling centers. And we are very, very careful of the churches that we use because we know that we have had incidents of persons going to church for help. And are further violated.
I know we're about to wrap, but I just wanted to know, somebody is watching today who might need to hear this today, and what would be your encouragement to them as next steps? Why should people speak out? Why should they go and really advocate for themselves and
And first number to call.
Exactly.
Is it the police?
The best way to tackle domestic violence and sexual violence is to talk about it.
Yeah.
So we're saying to them, reach out to the local Sissoka unit in the parishes, reach out to Sissoka headquarters that is located in Kingston, reach out to the domestic violence unit or the community safety and security branch units in all divisions, reach out to a pastor, reach out to a justice of the peace, somebody who you trust to talk about it and get the help because the help is there. And then there is the victim support division that is right across Jamaica. People can ask for help.
Yeah. You're wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today. You are a wealth of knowledge, but you also have this, you make me feel calm.
Yes, which is good. And
which
it's
is what we
important
need. Exactly.
Because when they begin to speak, they want someone like you will hear.
So thank you for all the amazing work that you're doing. And, we really hope that we get to see this change in our lifetime for sure. That was Deputy Superintendent of Police Jacqueline Dillon. We were so grateful to have you here with us this morning. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Don't move. On the other side of the break, we have so much for you. I can't wait. Stick and stay. There's more to come. It's the Live to Give Jamaica Grocery Bag Drive. What is that? I can't wait to tell you more about it. Thank you so much.
Protecting Jamaica's borders is a key priority for the Jamaica Customs Agency. The JCA will remain vigilant and resolute in effectively fulfilling this mandate. The Time brought to you by the Jamaica Customs Agency.
Next 10 TV. BCJ, them set the scene. Sound so good and the picture pristine. More content, new features in.
So forward, let me show you the print.
Station, them a bring HD to your TV.
Yeah, for you, for me.
For real, higher image quality, interactivity.
Recommendations for your personality. New technology.
We never get the first, so we in the top 3. Oh, yeah, me. You can see straight TV screen. And the students check in. Never miss a lesson, cause the audio clean.
While listening.
Emergency messaging with geo-targeting. One any parish when the storm is coming.
More content for highlight we.
Future brighty.
I'm glad you agree.
BCJ, them set the scene. Sound so good and the picture pristine. More content, new features in.
So forward, let me show you the print. Next 10 TV. Next 10 TV.
This is your smartphone. These are your NCB credit cards, and this is NCB Pay. NCB Pay transforms your phone into your wallet, secure, quick, and always with you. Whether it's paying for groceries, grabbing coffee, or getting gas, NCB Pay has you covered. Using advanced technology, NCB Pay ensures that your transactions are protected with top-notch security. Skip the lines. With just a tap, you're on your way. Don't just pay, NCB Pay. Download the app today.
40 years of trust. Years of bright ideas. 40 years of evolving with technology.
Mindset Conference 2024, the Gospel Edition, Monday to Wednesday, May 20 to 22, at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel with Pastor John Gray, Pastor Travis Green, Dr. Jackie Green, Todd Galbert, Phil Thomas, Minister Marion Hall, Kevin Downswell, Sharon Gardner, Rhoda Isabella, Pastor Junior Tucker, Bishop Everton Thomas, and many more. Join us for dinner, workshop, panel discussions, praise and worship, undiluted word, and concert every night. Mindset Conference. For more info, mindsetconference.org. Get your tickets now.
Shaking together and running over again, and it will come back to you when you give to the Lord.
I was playing that song yesterday on my devotion, Run Cannoli. Give and it will come back to you. So when you give, I'm not singing.
No, don't, please.
I've stopped. Live to Give Jamaica Foundation is a non-profit charitable organization dedicated to spreading the love of Christ through giving, as inspired by Galatians 6:9, thus be not weary. Anyway, we'll hear that in a short while. Established in 2015 and registered in 2016, the foundation has been actively involved in various initiatives to support the community. Here to tell us more about this initiative is someone who is wearing a very different cap this morning. In fact, he's not wearing any caps this morning. The president of Live to Give Jamaica Foundation, Carlton Stewart, and assistant president, board director Tanya Binlos. Welcome to Sunrise, where the fun rises.
Good morning, thanks. It's my first time here.
I like it.
It's the first time you're on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
I'm so glad to see you.
Glad to see you, Tami, because I'm here to come here on a Wednesday.
And in a whole different capacity
yes,
than maybe people are aware of or used to. I love this. So I want to first start out by just asking very quickly, what is the Live to Give Foundation?
Well, yeah, man. Well, it's a charitable organization. Just to put it out there, it's fully registered, compliant with the government regulations. Yes, fully registered.
If you've never started a foundation, people don't know how hard and serious it is.
It's difficult. I mean, you're trying to do good, but it's so difficult getting it done.
Yes,
but nonetheless, we are compliant, so we are registered fully. But it was just born out of just the need to give. So we are registered and we provide support to persons who are in need, persons who need help with food, basic things like just food. You would be surprised to know, how many persons are living below the poverty line. Sometimes what we take for granted, other people don't really have. So we provide food, we provide educational support, scholarships every year.
To school, a Christmas treat at the end of the year.
At the end of the year, we find a children's home to kind of do that with.
When I first heard about it, I thought, another one that came out during COVID. And I'm realizing,
long before.
It was long
So what inspired it then?
Long before.
I guess having our background, realizing where we're coming from and how much other persons have played a life in our lives, we decided that we want to make a difference.
Yes, so the idea came up maybe in 2014 thereabout, and then in 2015 I said, no, I have to do something. So we started even before we started. And I reached out to Tanya, who was my good friend from college, and I reached out to my best friend from high school. I said to my wife, we are so blessed. Why can't we bless others? I really want to get this thing formalized. Can we come on board? And Tanya said, yeah, man.
Instantly.
And Kurt from high school said, yeah, man. And Kid said, yeah, man. My wife said, yeah, man, let's start. Even if we don't have the full support, let's fund it out of pocket.
I love that.
And we just started the first thing. Yeah.
Something that we have always loved to do are grocery bags, food bags, because we always found that if one thing people were always happy to receive was a food package.
Yes.
Long, and that is true, long before even COVID, that's a thing. I'm curious to know, how this has really changed you and what it has done for you personally. Sometimes when we're giving, we think that it's for others, and really it changes you.
It gives a more sense of gratitude. Even I was reflecting that our much is more than their little. So when you see it, you have a sense of appreciation of what you have, where you're coming from, and it just causes you to just be absolutely amazing and grateful.
So important for children to be involved. I want to talk about your grocery bag drive and what we have coming up this year, how we can be a part of it, how we can get our children involved. Please tell us more.
Sure. So as you mentioned, how it changes you and changes the children. When you bring out your children to be a part of this, they live that different sense, because sometimes they're home, I don't want to be I don't want this. I'm like, do you know
this for dinner?
And usually we normally say, what people in Africa and say, people in Jamaica don't have. So when we bring them on and you see how people are living, the standard, when you go home, I'm like, this is for me. It's not really for the persons who we gave. It's really for Carlton. But for this year, and as usual, we link with social worker from the SDC to find a community, to find the persons within the community that are in need, and we go. So this year they have identified the Mountain View community.
Beautiful.
So you'll find maybe 3 or 4 different communities in that area, and in persons, the elderly, those who are having a disability, can't work, that kind of thing, and we'll be going in. So from April last week or 2 weeks ago until May 24, we're asking everybody to donate.
How do we donate?
So you can donate via cash to our VMBS account, or you can drop off food items.
Where?
Link us up on Instagram in Stonehill, in Meadowbrook, in Kingston. Those are the main 3 areas within the corporate.
And what's the Instagram handle?
Live to Give Jamaica.
Yes, so Instagram and Facebook, Live to Give Jamaica.
Live to Give.
Live to Give Jamaica.
I love this.
Yeah, come on with us.
And let me just tell you, it's going to be easy. Listen, the science has proven that the part of the brain that's activated when you're giving is the same part where we experience pleasures. Oxytocin, the releases, that's science. Scripture, Acts 20:25 says, it's blessed to give than to receive. So you have no excuse. You're going to benefit when you give support, Live to Give. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. And I can't wait. I'm going to be calling you. That was Carlton Stewart, president of Live to Give Jamaica Foundation, and Tanya Binlos, assistant president, board director. Parents Happy Hour is up next. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
From your heart, give your best, give unto God. and you will be blessed.
No more fear of missing out. CVMTV News is on YouTube. Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVMTV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVMTV News to see it happen.
Employers and householders, access the Hart NSTA Trust Skills Registry today to employ trained and certified skilled professionals. The time by Hart is 7:30.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
Hi, I'm Celine Gordon, host of Holy Road.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy John Mark Wigan, host on the show Holy Road. Listen, people need to know what's happening in the churches and in ministry in all of Jamaica. It's an absolute blessing. We're really excited to share this.
Tune in to CVM, see it happen.
Hi, I'm Wayne.
And I'm Tami.
And we are the Mitchells. You can watch Meet the Mitchells right here on CVMTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes, you guys don't want to miss it. We will be having new episodes every week, so definitely follow along with our family.
Meet the Mitchell family.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You're the sugar to my tea. Meet the Mitchell family.
We're in Portland today. I'm trying to find Mac's funeral home. Tavia! I'm trying to find Tavia. She's, I think, a mortician from a funeral home.
This is her.
No, ma'am, I'm looking for a mortician.
This is her.
All right.
The owner, mortician, embalmer, restorative artist.
Not gonna lie, why you have them said R.I.P. sign right there? I said, no. I said, Lord, cover me.
Answer me this. As a parent, do you sometimes feel like you're not doing enough for your children? Why? Do you feel guilty about having to leave your child to go to work? Do you look at other parents who seem to have it all together and wish that were you? If so, you may be experiencing parent guilt, which is also sometimes referred to as maternal guilt or mom guilt or dad guilt. And we never hear about dad guilt yet. But
it's parent guilt.
Yes.
Parent guilt is when a parent feels torn between their responsibilities and as a parent, something else that is competing for their attention, such as work or other personal interests. So, join us this morning at the Parent Happy Hour table is coordinator of Mind Food International, Natasha Barrett Wright, and CEO of Mind Food International, Jamal Wright. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you.
Pleasure
to be here.
So lovely to talk about this.
Any parent guilt being here instead of at home?
Yes.
I have parent guilt every morning. I have to come here because I'm not at home helping to get everybody ready and out to school.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And even though this is something we're going to do for years to come, those isolated days, or even if it was every day that I had to do it, it's just horrible. How do we get past that and through that and get over it?
And find the balance.
It's absolutely hard, and I'm happy that you mentioned that, because parent guilt for us, right now, is that our daughter's school time is a little bit pushed back right now, so she is there in the lobby waiting.
She's not sad about it. And that's the thing, our kids aren't the ones who put this on us. It's us who put it on us. And I had somebody tell me once that if you have parent guilt, then if you're even worried about that you're doing a good job, means you're doing a good job. And I get that, but I would love to be able to kind of put it aside and really kind of just get on with being a parent.
It's always challenging, especially with my wife and I, because we are pursuing this, fulfilling our purpose, and then we have to sometimes grab our daughter with us. And a lot of time people think that our daughter is homeschooled because of our travel
because we
routine.
travel that much.
Yeah, so sometimes we have to pull her from school to travel with us, especially if my sister can't come to the house to stay with her. And so sometimes we have to travel and leave her, and sometimes you feel a guilt, you're calling from here to say, do you get ready to go to school and stuff like that. So you feel it's in the back of your mind, but at the same time you want to create something that when she's big enough, she can stand on our shoulder and see further and go further.
That's
so
tough.
So it's an important thing you're doing, and she's not able to see it right now. Later on, she's going to value. My older daughter said to me recently, she said, Daddy, when we were telling her stories about growing up, I said, listen, we were very, very serious about our recreation time. So if we need to go to the movie, we'll find somebody and make them stay with it. Yeah, you are irresponsible people.
But no, how do we reconcile that? Because, there is building our dreams and building our, let's take it even from another standpoint. We have to go out and work. We have to earn. We have to do this.
Yes.
But then we also want our children to be well, and we want them to be happy. And it's like, how do we create time and space? Is there a way to balance it out? I hate the word balance, but how do we say, okay, well, if I have to work this hard this time, maybe I can say on a Saturday morning for 2 hours, it's just, how do we do that?
I love that question because it's very real. And it becomes real when you hear them speak. And so we have to look out for clues. Sometimes you'll hear them say things like, oh, Mommy, you're always busy. You're always gone. Or my daughter will say, you're leaving again? And she said, you expect me to sleep a whole weekend and you're not here? What that does for me is it reminds me that as soon as I get home, I must make some time for us to have some kind of discussion. Say, hey, Amy, how you doing? Let's go have our girls' day out. Let's go have ice cream. Because I need her to at least let me know what is going on inside of her head. I want her to understand too. Let me share something quickly. So we have this pact that we have. So even if I travel for some speaking engagement and I'm gone the whole weekend, the agreement is I must take something back home for her. It doesn't matter
a good agreement.
if it's a toy, if it's some candy, it's something. What it does is it reminds her that yes, I'm off working, but she knows that Mommy remembers
and then,
her.
because it's two of us, sometimes one have to sacrifice. Like last couple of weeks ago, both of us should have been in Barbados, but guess what? Had tests, so both of us couldn't go at that time. So Nas have to go.
And she's at the pep level. So
so Nas have to go. I have to stay back to ensure that she study and all the schoolwork has been done. So sometimes one person have to
sacrifice.
I'm curious to know, and I said it in my intro. And this is something that reached me all the time, where like you look at other parents, and sometimes even my family becomes the people who sometimes people look at and think we have it all together. And so I spend a lot of my time going, we not have it all together. We think not that out, trust me. Us, and XYZ. We look at other people all the time, and we don't spend enough time creating and accepting our own brand of parenting. So this works for your family. Doesn't mean it works for another family. How do we start to say, hey, this is who we are as a family. I'm not you. I'm not the Wrights. We're not the Mitchells. We're not the Ellises. How do we say, this is who we are and this is what we have to do. We're a working family and this is how we do this.
First of all, I've learned as a businesswoman, as somebody who is out there in public, so everybody looks at you a particular way and think that you have it all put together. I've stopped explaining myself, to be quite frank, because you are the one walking in your shoe. No one else understands that. We created this kind of method because we realized that taking her with us when we can and one of us staying home when it is possible is best, because one, we think about safety, we worry about the schooling, all of that, but at the same time she needs to be with us some journeys because she's also developing that business side,
Yes.
right?
Learning.
So she has to be able to, at a particular time when she's ready, then just jump right into business. So we have to ensure that while she's learning in school, she's learning in business, she's learning in culture. Exactly, she must be rounded. So when you hear her speak, you will know that this child is a cut above her peers because she is grounded.
Yeah, another thing too is what's the purpose and the vision for that particular family. You know, sometimes that can be a very big thing because sometimes people live haphazardly. So there's no set purpose. We are trying to make ends meet. You know, that was when I grew up poor. So that's what that become my entire life with my grandparents. Trying to make ends meet, but I don't want to make ends meet anymore. I want to live life on purpose. So what we do, we have to prioritize and what is principle. So what is priority and what is principle? What might be urgent and most important now in this context might have to take precedent over something else. And so you can't copy our model because you might be a different.
Listen, that is a very, very important point to end on because Tami said it. You don't compare to others, you know. You compare to yourself and try and improve yourself, identify what that purpose is, and then you evaluate over time. That was Natasha Barrett Wright, co-founder of Mind Food International, and of course, Jamal Wright, CEO of Mind Food International. On the other side of this break, it's going to be us. No, it won't be me, it'll be Tami. Because it's time for WAGs. And with a lost dog awareness, we'll be right back.
That's a real thing, y'all.
Yes.
Guys, high five. Thank you. That was so good. Great reminder for us all today.
Why are you in the bathtub? Auntie has to go to work. Again? Yeah. Can you believe that?
The race has begun, I've traveled the seas, I've traveled the waters. Once I was weak, now I'm much stronger. I've worked in the sun, look what I've become. I've conquered the beast, now I'm much greater. I've learned from a failure. Dedication, discipline and drive, seizing every moment that comes up in this life.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
We're in Portland today. I'm trying to find Mac's funeral home. Tavia! I'm trying to find Tavia. She's, I think, a mortician from a funeral home.
This is her.
No, ma'am, I'm looking for a mortician.
This is her.
All right.
The owner, mortician, embalmer, restorative artist.
Not to lie. Why you have them said R.I.P. sign like me there? I mean, I said, no. I said, Lord, cover me.
Hi, I'm Wayne.
And I'm Tami.
And we are the Mitchells. You can watch Meet the Mitchells right here on CVMTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes, you guys don't want to miss it. We will be having new episodes every week, so definitely follow along with our family.
Meet the Mitchell family.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You're the sugar to my tea. Meet the Mitchell family.
There are lots of
of reasons to believe in a dog food brand. Great nutrition, great price, and your dogs love the taste. But what if it's also made for Caribbean dogs? No artificial colors or flavors, with an eye on the environment, so we only use paper bags. Then you be just as happy as your dog, truly. It's true, we love dogs.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Lost Dog Awareness Day was observed yesterday. Yes, there is such a thing. And it was to raise awareness about lost dogs and to educate pet owners about preventative measures to keep their furry friends safe. So telling us more this morning is Managing Director at the Montego Bay Animal Haven, Sabria Hector, and our little rescue dog here, Mocha. Welcome to Sunrise.
Hi, morning.
Morning. I didn't know there was such a thing as a lost dog. Awareness Day. Yeah. Glad to see that it was observed yesterday. I feel like in Jamaica we have this style where we see dogs on the road
every day.
We don't consider them lost. We're just like, see them there. How can we change that perception, and why do we need to?
Well, a lot of the times you see a dog on the road, you don't necessarily think it has an owner because it might not wear a collar. But a lot of the times the dogs that are on the road, they know how the road works. So they know not to walk into the traffic, and they know how to avoid the cars and all of that. Dogs that aren't used to being on the road, they're like dodging cars, and they're scared, they're shaking. So you can tell this dog does not belong here. Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on. Or you can even call out to him and be like, hey, and if the dog just walks up to you, like I've done that before, seeing a dog just running on the street, and I'm like, this dog is, something's up with this dog. And I just called over to him, and he ran over to me and hopped in my car. I was like, all right, cool.
This dog used to this.
Yeah. I was like, okay, well, I drove up and down the street, and I was like, do you know this dog? Because there was a lot of construction going on. So I asked all the workers, I was like, do you know this dog? And they're like, no. And so I took him to the nearest vet, which was just like 2 minutes around the corner, Noah's Ark. And I was like, please, please, please hold this dog for me. Like, he's lost. He's not wearing a collar, but he's sweet, and he belongs to somebody.
Right.
And it took about 6 days for his owners to locate him, and they came. And I've had other people call, and they're like, oh, is it my dog? And I was like, well, let's see. Yeah. And you ask them some questions first, and you make sure they're not just trying to come and take someone's dog. And then eventually the owners were like, oh my God, that's my dog. I've been looking for him. I'm like, well, that I found him running up and down on the road. You need to get him a collar. You need to get a tag on the collar, which is Mocha has it. Even though she doesn't leave my side, she has a collar and a tag, and the tag has my name and number. So if anything ever happens to her,
somebody can be in contact. So lost dogs versus stray dogs. There's two different things.
And homeless dogs.
Stray and homeless.
Okay, got it. I got it. My bad. So what are some of the health concerns for lost dogs? Like I imagine for anybody who's lost their dog, like if it goes past 2 or 3 days, you start to really fret because how is this dog that is so acclimatized to eat in a certain way, live in a certain way, now they must have fend for themselves. Like, let's talk about some.
That's definitely a risk because they're not used to knowing where to look for food and things like that. So one of the main health concerns is them not starving because they're not used to digging around in garbage and begging food. So that's a big thing. But also the issue of them getting hit by cars or even people because they might be more used to people, and they might be trying to go up to people, and people are scared. People go and kick them, stone them, all those kinds of things. So they also might get into something they're not supposed to that could be poisonous, dangerous.
And other dogs.
Other dogs, because they're not used to having to defend themselves.
Right, and them street dog, they're I know that we're being a little giggly about this, but the truth is that, a big part of this whole segment, Wags, is to really try and, I think, create or help people to be a little bit more compassionate to our animals. I find that in Jamaica sometimes we really are kind of
because
we are very flippant. And we feel like, we're busy fending for our family and our people. Who cares about the dogs? But thank God that there are people like you who really do, because they're a part of our world, and it's a shame to ignore them or treat them badly. How can we aid in this mission? What happens if we see a lost dog? What do we do?
Well, one of the big things I tell people is you can care about more than one cause. Like just because you see a stray dog on the road and you're supporting a children's home or a church or whatever, doesn't mean you can't stop and feed the dog. Carry a little dog food in your car. Take time out to take care of it. And if you do find a dog that you believe is lost, whether it's wearing a collar or how it's behaving, the first thing to do is take a picture of where the dog is, like the street, maybe GPS location, spot if you can figure it out where you are, if you can stop safely and do it. And then what I always tell people, because a lot of times they send it to the Montego Bay Animal Havens page, and I share it with lost dogs, or I ask them to, because they can give more information about where they saw the dog, who they can contact. We do ask people, if you can stay with the dog until someone can get it somewhere safe, so that it doesn't, because they're going to run. They're going to run. And the owner might come to that spot and it's not there again. So if you can't stay with it, to try and maybe get it to a vet. And the JSPCA is one of the vets that will hold on to dogs that are suspected as being lost for a certain amount of time until the owners come forward, and then if not, then they're put up for adoption.
Got it.
But the vets are very helpful.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sue.
Thank you for caring, and thank you for helping us to understand how, I love what you said. You can care for more than one thing. You can have more than one cause. And so this might be, a part of your cause.
And she's helping to change the culture in Jamaica.
Thanks for being here, too.
I had a friend visit recently, and she saw a dog on the road. She's like, whose dog it is? I'm like, it's a regular thing. In some people
you can care about the dogs in your community too.
It's true. That was Sabria Hector, Managing Director, Montego Bay Animal Haven, and Mocha, a rescue dog. We hit the home stretch when sunrise returns, so don't move a muscle.
Yeah, nice.
Reasons to believe in a dog food brand. Great nutrition, great price, and your dogs love the taste. But what if it's also made for Caribbean dogs? No artificial colors or flavors, with an eye on the environment, so we only use paper bags. Then you will be just as happy as your dog, truly. It's true, we love dogs.
No more fear of missing out. CVMTV News is on YouTube. Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVMTV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVMTV News to see it happen. Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
On Royal Palm Estate.
I am going to get to the bottom of this case. I owe that to Julia Blackburn.
In the middle of all of that, why not try find out who shoot Richard Blackburn there?
When is Pam Pam coming back?
I have some bad news about Pam Pam, miss.
Oh, what now, Joyce?
Well, she
she's making a baby.
You want to come practice feel up with me and then come say you never had sexual intercourse with me?
The Bible says we must not commit fornication. The Bible does not say that we must not caress.
If I have business to conduct, then I do come into Kingston.
Just like Ted.
Are you referring to my dear departed husband?
Oh yes, my dear departed baby father.
Well, you can't be a master for that.
Why you say that?
A master never knows how to do the damage.
Royal Palm Estate is on CVM every Tuesday and Sunday at 9 p.m.
And throw your keys up. Stick around, round. And I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too.
Take it to the floor down. Don't be a
Listen. Welcome back to Sunrise.
I thought you were going to say welcome back to Meet the Mitchells.
Meet the Mitchells. It happens tonight at 8 p.m.
Oh, yeah, it's a good show. You guys should definitely stick and straight for that one.
Tune to CVM this afternoon at 2 p.m. for Manchester United versus Sheffield United. All right, Man City.
Because Wayne will not be able to
United.
move. Yeah, wrong one. Man U. And you, sir, don't be late again.
That's it.
Me not like this.
No.
I'm not here for it. Don't do it again. In fact, you know what? My turn next.
No, Tami. No.
Today was such a great show. Yes. Thank you to all of our sunrisers for joining us. We always say that you bring the energy, you add to the energy that, becomes the show.
Yes.
And it would be different if you weren't here. So thank you so much for joining us, and we appreciate it so much.
Wrong D word, not different if you weren't here. Devastating. If you weren't here. So listen, we're happy that you're watching us, and we're thankful that you join us each morning. And we're happy that we're having a family of growing sunrisers.
Yeah, we love that. If you missed anything or you just want to rewatch, you can always check us out on CVMTV.com. And for all of the fun stuff in between, you can always check us out on Instagram at Sunrise CVM or at CVM_television. And of course, our YouTube page where we are up and live every day.
Every day.
So that's great.
And listen. If you forget anything that I said this morning, don't forget this. Sunrisers, we have something special for you. Yes, it's coming up. On again,
Yeah. We feel like. Oh, I also have to big up Auntie Monica, Miss Monica, our makeup artist, Jermaine Pal. His mom's birthday is today. I hope you're having a beautiful day. And look, see my comb my ear for you. Yeah. One time, Auntie Monica said me in her hair, not Tami, brush your hair before you go up on TV. I was like, this is it. So happy birthday to you. We love you.
And let me say happy birthday to Hannah K, HANN-K, the letter K. Yes, my sister in Christ. Happy birthday. I know you're celebrating, today. Never forget, the 24th is your day. Have an absolutely awesome day today. And remember, on that note, before we introduce this performance, you might not hear me after this. God without man is still God.
Amen.
But man without God is zero.
Nada.
Zilch.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Guys, thank you so much. We love you. Mwah.
I am blessed and highly favored. Say I am blessed and highly favored. And I was bought with a price. I got the sacrifice, 'cause I am blessed and highly favored. CVMTV, say I am blessed and highly favored. Say I am blessed and highly favored. And I was bought with a price. I got the sacrifice, 'cause I am blessed and highly favored. Listen, I'm so blessed. Nobody can steal my joy up, take my love away. I'm so blessed that God provides for me in every single way. I'm so blessed that God grant me mercy each and every day. bless y'all at the sunrise this morning. Say I am blessed and highly favored. Say I am blessed and highly favored. And I was bought with a price, a godly sacrifice, 'cause I am blessed and the heart. Put somebody do me a favor in the car, you know, praise and say, when the Lord blesses you, nobody can curse you. When the Lord blesses you, nobody can curse you. 'Cause you can rest assured your needs He supply, and you can rest assured.
Friendly reminder.
Trust Hawkeye's Total Connect. Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
Time by Hawkeye is 8 a.m.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
On Royal Palm Estate.
I am going to get to the bottom of this case. I owe that to Julia Blackburn.
In the middle of all of that, why not try find out who shoot Richard Blackburn there?
When is Pam Pam coming back?
I have some bad news about Pam Pam, miss.
Oh, what now, Joyce?
Well, she's making a baby.
You want to come practice feel up with me and then come say you never had sexual intercourse with me?
The Bible says we must not commit fornication. The Bible does not say that we must not caress.
If I have business to conduct, then I do come into Kingston.
Just like Ted.
Are you referring to my dear departed husband?
Oh yes, my dear departed baby father.
Well, you can't be a master for that.
Why you say that?
A master never knows how to do the damage.
Royal Palm Estate is on CVM every Tuesday and Sunday at 9 p.m.
Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Roundtable. I am Barbie, and joining me this morning is my beautiful co-host Gianna. Hi. And our guests this morning are second-year law student Selena Evan and Tishana Mullings, career advancement coach, Next Step Lifelong Educational Services. Welcome to the Roundtable, ladies.
Thank you.
How are you?
Great, doing good.
So second-year law student?
I'm the second year.
You're the second year law student. How much fun is that?
A little. It depends on what is fun for you.
And what's fun for me? I'm reading all of those law books. True story, when my cousin was going into law school, she had 2 children. And so they were really concerned about the fact that she had kids, and they were like, we don't think you can do this because you have kids. So she had to make arrangements for the kids. I was like, well, what kind of school are you going to that you can't have your kids? And so she's like, Barbie, it's a lot of reading, and it's a lot of, wow. I don't envy you.
I don't either. It's interesting for the most part.
I'm sure it is. I actually wanted to be a lawyer when I was younger, so.
You can still pursue it.
I can still pursue it? You think so?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's always time. It's like a while ago when you pointed to me like second-year law student, I'm like,
not me.
Maybe 5 years from now, probably.
No.
I mean, career pivot. You never know.
You never see that. Maybe it was prophetic. You never know. Well, now it's time to see what's buzzing in our social buzz. Check this out.
Smart people don't get rich because most smart people overcomplicate things, and complication isn't how you get rich. How you get rich is saying, oh, there's a problem. What's the minimum amount of effort I could put into seeing if somebody's willing to pay for this problem, and then do the actions of solving the problem. People with high IQs, problem is they believe that for them to be qualified to even solve a problem, they need paper, they need credential, they need to go intern at another company to learn how to do the thing before they could ever do it for somebody else. Everything involved in that chain of transaction and value requires you to A, not care about anybody else's opinion, B, be willing to overcome your fears of being rejected, and C, get resourceful enough to figure out how to build a solution that person might want to buy, even if you've never done it before, ever.
Gianna, I know that's your buzz. I know that is your social buzz, Gianna. I'm looking at it like this is 100% Gianna. Gianna, share the inspiration behind this one.
Well, the thing is that I think that problems are evident, right? They're apparent. And I think that problem solving is simple. And I really do think that a lot of us overcomplicate things. And then it's like, the person who is sitting there and just solves the problem, they're the ones that make the money and get rich. And then we're all like, oh, we thought about that, or we should have thought about that, but this or that or that. We make it harder, and we stop ourselves from earning more because we're not trying to solve the problem. We're trying to create bigger problems before solving it because we think it's too simple.
I tend to agree with you. Ladies, what do you think?
It's creating a big problem and kind of processing to ensure you know what the problem is that you're solving before solving it. Is that the same thing?
But you just overcomplicated
it. Right? No, because a lot of times people are like, I'm going to make a lot of money by doing this, and you're not sure that there was any market for it. Sometimes it works out by chance.
Right.
But I think it's worth trying to make sure that that's a real problem for real people.
But you know, like toilet paper? Like someone came up with toilet paper.
They just did it. They just did it.
Yeah, but that's a real problem.
True, but it's only a real problem now. What did they do before toilet paper?
So I think if you market your solution, the people who need it, who have that problem, will gravitate to it and buy it.
Right.
So,
what's your take?
I agree with you.
Yeah. Make it simple.
Yes.
Miss Law student saying this, right? Make it simple. Okay, so I think I see something really, really hot coming in this morning. Let's see. Should now run fast with it. Said, yeah, so hot, but it's kind of warmish. Let's see if it's warm or hot. Okay, the weight of student debt. Is college still worth it? Wow. I'm going to throw to you first. Yes, let's go.
So, student debt is heavy. Is college still worth it? My take is it depends on what you want to do in life. So when I was growing up, they said, education is the key to success. It depends on the door that you're trying to open, right? Because a lot of people have the education key and they're trying to unlock success and nothing's still not going.
Nothing is going on.
But let us say you want to be a surgeon. You can't think about whether or not you want to do university.
Right.
You have to do university. So there are certain career paths that doing university is very important. Somebody might want to be a coder and they did a couple courses in coding. They became excellent and they're already doing things and making lots of money, and that is success for them. True. So it depends on your definition of success.
So I know as a second-year law student, right, student loans, student debt, like how do you manage that in terms of, for me, it seems like it's a lot to have to deal with the financial side and the burden of the financial side, as well as what you have to deal with school. So how do you manage that? What do you think? Do you think it's still worth it, even though you know that this is something that is going to put you into debt to begin?
Okay, so I think it's very subjective. So for me, I think college is still worth it. Getting a degree is 100% worth it. Yes, it's subjective. So it's worth it for me. All right? I want to be a lawyer. I have to go and study to be a lawyer.
You have to go and study, yeah.
Right? The financial burden, is it going to be worth it in the end? I'm hoping it will be, right? I can't go into a space without a degree. I can't go into that particular space that I want without a degree. So for me, it is that stepping stone.
So for you, it's worth it. It's worth it now, and you're looking for it to be worth it in the long run.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think it's something that pays off, especially when you're trying to specialize, like where law, medicine, and those things are concerned. I mean, who wants a lawyer or a doctor that doesn't have a degree?
Right.
Yeah. What do you think, G?
Well, for the lawyer, it ought to be worth it because they charge heavy fees. Let's be real about it, right? So they charge the fees, and then they have the next level of they have to be bar certified or whatever it is.
Be called to the bar.
Right? They're called
to the bar.
Like other places, they're bar certified.
Yeah. They call you. So here they're called to the bar, and then, all of that takes place. And so it ought to be worth it for you. I really do think so. But for most people, I don't think that college is worth it anymore. I'm a lecturer at tertiary, so it's very controversial me having that.
Is your boss watching, Jen?
I hope they're not watching, but
Jana says, put me out of a job. I don't think you should be here. Please go do something else.
No, the truth of the matter is a lot of the students that I come across, they're already doing what it is that they've come to college now to get the paper to say that they can do. And it almost guts me when I see it because they will have been doing it and they're earning from it, and then they're taking from their earnings rather than growing their business. They take from the earnings to pay for this college education, the paper. And what happens is that they fall behind in their business, and when they're coming out to do the same thing. Like, the only time I would support that decision is if their choice is that, I want to go work for a big, fashion house or a marketing agency or something. If they want to go work somewhere else and that place requires a qualification. But if it is that they're coming out to do the same thing, they're entrepreneurs and they're going to be doing the same thing, I think they'd benefit from different courses that can increase their, what they do, their capacity.
So what about alternatives to that, Jenna? What about like the online schooling, YouTube University, things like that? Like, how do you think that those are actually probably more well suited for students, for some of the students that you're talking about? Or like, what do we think about the alternatives to tertiary education instead of going to physical college?
Yeah. Absolutely. I think you can learn a lot of things on YouTube nowadays.
Probably too many things on YouTube. You can probably learn too many things on YouTube nowadays.
I'm a little skeptical about some of the online courses because I feel like you can get those for free as well on YouTube. And the online courses, a lot of them are not accredited or anything like that. So it's not going to help you with the paper, so to speak.
But you can find out if they're accredited, right?
Right, but some of them will.
With the paper, though, aren't we more and more developing a society where not every organization cares about the paper? Because Diana is saying a lot of people want to go to college because they need that paper, even though they're already doing the thing. But there are many people who are making without the paper.
Agreed.
Not everybody is Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Not everybody is,
It's just for me, and maybe I know it's not the popular opinion. It's just I don't want to get away from. I don't want to go into people thinking that paper is going to become, it's not going to become necessary. I don't think that that's sustainable. I understand what you're saying because we have a lot of entrepreneurs and we have people learning things online and we have people just going out and doing things and they don't necessarily have a college education behind them, and that some of them don't even have a basic education behind them, only up to a certain level. But the thing is that I don't know how sustainable that is for the future. And like for me personally, what that paper says to me, that paper says to me that you are committed, that you can follow through on something. That paper says to me that you are teachable, rather than I'm going to invest in someone who's just going to come in here, be here for a little bit, and then flip off onto the next thing.
So the paper does not necessarily say that you have all the knowledge, all the skills, because this is 2024. The moment you learn something, it's irrelevant next month. And there's something new, so it keeps on changing.
Right.
But I like what you said, the fact that when you go through the rigor of doing a degree, bachelor's, master's, doctorate, somebody said that a PhD is a permanent head damage. But anyway. Right, but the fact that you're able to go through that rigor, go through a discipline, commit to commitment and complete something, it says something about the type of entrepreneur that you become, even if you go into your own business.
Yes.
I can totally agree with that.
Yes, go, because I know you have something.
Right. What I tend to realize is in the university space, so you come to study, you're here to do a medical degree, right? You don't just learn things in the medical field.
Exactly.
Right?
There's a lot of other things.
They'll throw things in there and you're like, how will I use this in the real world, right? However, when you have this sense of diversity, you're thrown into a pool where you're open to a branch of different things. It not just triggers something, it helps you to become someone who is all-rounded.
Agreed. So here's what I want. I kind of want us to bring it back in and focus a little bit, because what we really want to look at is the cost.
Right.
The financial burden or the financial responsibility behind this, and is it worth it? Because we understand all of the other things when it comes on to education, being educated, but is that piece of paper in the end, is it worth it? What is it like for you as a student in today?
Right.
What is it like to have to deal with the financial burden and the cost that you have to look at, not just for where you are, but where you're actually going and where you need to be, because there's a cost projection there for what's to come.
So for me, you come into the university space, you're broke. You're leaving your parents' household.
Some of us are in the workspace and we're broke.
you leave home and you're in a new space. And in order to get through this space, you have to take out funds. You take out a loan.
Okay, and stick right there. We're going to stick right there. And we're going to go to a break. So after the break, we'll pick up right where you left off.
Okay.
We're in Portland today. I'm trying to find Mac's funeral home. Tavia! I'm trying to find Tavia. She's, I think, a mortician from a funeral home.
This is her.
No, man, I'm looking for a mortician.
This is her.
All right.
The owner, mortician, embalmer, restorative artist.
No, to the lie. Why you have me say that? All right, peace sign, let me there. I mean, I say, no. I say, Lord, cover me.
Welcome back to the roundtable this morning. The topic is the weight of student debt. Is college still worth it? Now, going into the break, we left off with you speaking about the loans. So just pick us up where you left off.
All right. So majority of Jamaicans who enter the university space, they're not financially at a position where they can say, oh, I'm good, right? So it's a gamble. You decide to take a loan because you need to get a degree, right? You take this loan, and the minute you take the loan, interest adds to it.
Absolutely.
Right? That's where the interest starts.
It starts immediately.
I'm not earning.
I was
All
actually
I'm doing is studying.
I actually read that with student loans. So when you get the student loan, you can pay the interest immediately. Yes. Right? You can pay the interest when you get the loan. You can decide to pay the interest immediately, or you can pay while you're in school. You can actually pay on the principal, or you can defer everything until after, and you have up to 12 years to repay that loan. Yeah. So it's they've changed some of the things now with student loans, which is that it is no longer you no longer need 2 guarantors, right? Which was crazy to me.
You don't need a guarantor at all.
You don't need any guarantors, right? So even before, when it required a guarantor, what was happening was a lot of the students that needed the loans didn't have people that they knew who could actually stand as guarantors. And your guarantor can only stand for one loan. He or she can't stand for more than one, right? So what was happening was a lot of them couldn't find guarantors to actually secure these loans for them. So that then throws them into a whole different situation and category, because they're already coming from an underprivileged background.
But I don't know about the practicality for a law student based on your workload, but I've always thought that there are programs like work and travel, work while you study, that type of thing, entrepreneurial ventures that you can straddle while you're in university, so you're kind of paying down your debt while you are there.
However, on the work and travel thing, I'm a law student. I pay $10,000 for the year. To go on work and travel, you have to get an agent.
And pay for that.
So
there are additional fees.
So between $1,800 to probably $3,500 USD in total, just to go up and work. And then when you go, there's no guarantee that I'm going to make back whatever was invested.
Depends. It's all a chance.
Right, and even be in a position to onset the next financial year.
Right, so you'd have to look at work and travel or something like that as the experience, and working somewhere else, and all the other things that you can gain from it, which is part of your education.
Right.
Which might actually work out or not, just like college.
Right.
So
life is a chance.
Right.
Nothing is guaranteed.
There's no guarantee, because I can tell you that in any job that I've actually had, anything I studied in college, I didn't really use. It's always something else you learn on the job.
You think you didn't use it though, Gianna. You think you didn't use it. Maybe not the theory in the book, but you use their skills that you gain in these settings in schools, that you do use them in real life.
So hold on. As a lecturer, right, I couldn't get that job without having the master's that I have, correct? So therefore, my college definitely benefit me in that I got this job from it. However, if we're talking about the money, it took me 10 years. Now, I had only one baby loan. The only reason I had that loan, it was about $7,000 US, and the only reason I had that loan for my entire college was because I needed to qualify for a scholarship, and to get the scholarship, you had to have loans. Like, you had to be a financial aid student.
Okay.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So you had to show need.
So you got the loan to demonstrate.
You have to show need. So I have to get a loan to get a scholarship.
That is crazy.
Yes. So I got the loan, and I got the scholarship. The scholarship was much more than the loan, right? So I went ahead and
used the scholarship to pay back the loan?
No. I had the loan, like separate from the scholarship. So I went ahead and I did that. Once I did it, I had only that loan. Everything else, like, it was over $100,000 US of money that was spent on my education. If you look at what I've earned from having that education, right? Because I needed to be a lecturer. I needed the education to be the lecturer.
Right.
If you look at how much I've earned, it took me over 10 years to earn what I paid.
Was it worth it?
I don't think so, because if I had taken loans, I'd have interest on that money, which means I wouldn't be finished paying now 19 years later.
But you didn't take loans. So wait, it took you over 10 years to earn the amount of the loan, or?
No, the amount that I paid for college.
The amount that you paid for college.
Right. Including the contribution from the scholarship, or what you paid out of pocket?
What I paid out of pocket.
Not inclusive of the scholarship.
Or the loan. So that means I'd still be paying, especially if I had interest on that money that was paid cash. So I'm saying it can't be worth it. You can't have to work 20 years to pay back just one loan. Like, you have to live.
So if you were earning more, suppose you were earning 4 times what you're earning now, it would have been worth it.
It would have been different. But do you think that people who can't afford to go to college, what do you think about people who can't afford to go to college? So they just say, I can't afford it, so I'm not going to go. What do you think about those people? You think they should
No,
feel away?
I think you should, as much as in the future you would have some tremendous impact, and it might delay some life goals, such as buy the house, the car. You'll be paying a loan for probably 10 years or more. Having a degree, getting an education versus just existing. When you go before someone, they see your qualifications.
Hopefully.
Right. Or they tell you you're overqualified and they can't pay you.
Exactly.
Which had happened to me many times.
That is a reality.
So don't
I
you
can't tell you how many times that
prefer to
happened
be
to
in
me.
the position where you're overqualified than you're underqualified?
I'd definitely rather be overqualified than underqualified, but we'll talk some more about that after the break when we hit the home stretch. Right after the break.
Next on Royal Palm Estate.
I am going to get to the bottom of this case. I owe that to Julia Blackburn.
In the middle of all of that, why not try find out who shoot Richard Blackburn there?
When is Pam Pam coming back?
I have some bad news about Pam Pam, miss.
Oh, what now, Joyce?
Well, she's making a baby.
You want to come practice feel up with me and then come say you never had sexual intercourse with me?
The Bible says we must not commit fornication. The Bible does not say that we must not caress.
If I have business to conduct, then I do come into Kingston.
Just like Ted.
Are you referring to my dear departed husband?
Oh yes, my dear departed baby father.
Well, you can't be a master for that.
Why you say that?
A master never knows how to do the damage.
Royal Palm Estate is on CVM every Tuesday and Sunday at 9 p.m.
The lottery draw for 8:25 a.m. Wednesday, April 24th, 2024. The one-drop winning number is 32. The hat-trick winning numbers are 6, 5, 3. The four-play winning numbers are 7, 5, 0, 4. The fireball is white. Thank you for playing with Izizi.
Thanks for staying with us. You know what time it is. It is time for our final thoughts. So, final thoughts.
Final thoughts is there are many people who have degrees and are still suffering, right? And so I'm not saying don't go to school. Absolutely go to school. I have 2.5 degrees, right?
You're not suffering.
And I'm not suffering. But a lot of what I am doing today is because of the disciplines I learned from my studies, but mainly because of how I've applied myself as an entrepreneur. When I go into a room and train, in last minute, I decided to do a postgraduate in education and training. I have a master's degree from UCL, which is #1 in the world in terms of the built environment, the department I was in. But I'm doing something almost different from what I studied, right? So it depends on what you really want in life. So
okay,
you choose.
Okay, fair enough. It is important to weigh it all, right? Weigh your skills, weigh your talents, weigh your passions. If it is that you want something that will require a degree, go for it. Go for it and be excellent at it, and you'll reap your reward.
Yeah.
You'll reap your reward.
So if you want to go to school, go to school. Like, spend the money. I mean, we buy frivolous things all the time. Am I saying that school is frivolous? In some certain circumstances, yes. But at the end of the day, it's where you want your life to go. and what value you place on the different things in your life. So if it is that you want to make money, maybe school will hold you back a little. Sometimes it'll help you though. So it just depends. Just do what you want to do. Just weigh how much you're spending and know that you can afford it.
And my final thought is really, really simple. It's worth it if you want it. And I will leave it there. That's a wrap for the roundtable today. Thank you to our amazing guests this morning. And before we go, though, we have to give a special shout out to our super sunrisers on YouTube. Odette Wilson, hi. Divine Ray and Sharon Stewart, hello to you all. Thank you for always rising and engaging with us, and we'd love to get in touch with you. So send us a DM. And until next time, guys, remember to be good and be on purpose.
Society in this I want. Joy is the key, still am I the master. Hey. Whatever you do, that's how you shall prosper.